not in Australia, I don't believe. We are in Spain as we are going to start off the European season with hopefully a major bang as well. I don't mean literally, I mean in terms of on the track. So really looking forward to that looking forward to this when we get into it. And I'm just taking a quick look to make sure that the stream is all go, and it is excellent stuff. I'm getting better and better this every week, as I'll just quickly share the stream to the world, as we like to broadcast this out to the world audience. And I gotta say, absolutely fantastic stuff last night. Brilliant. It was brilliant to have so many fans there. It was brilliant, wasn't it, to have cheering on another Dave from Holland. So it was great stuff to see that. Absolutely fantastic, and really, it was awesome stuff. To be honest, they kept me on my toes. They definitely did. I'm just on it for the elite chat as well, as we want to. As we just also want to make sure that the elite guys have a chance to view this stream as well. Anyway, so yeah, before we get into the crux of what's going on, firstly, let's just say a massive congratulations to our Dave Shaw for becoming a dad, and of course absolutely fantastic stuff to see as well. Of course, he's been sharing the pictures on the chat. It's awesome to see. So major congratulations to Dave, and it was absolutely fantastic stuff. And of course, we also got a newer driver who joined IRC in late last season in the Hungarian Grand Prix, and that is of course Broke Gorilla. Of course, who you may you know him as Broke Gorilla. I know him as Todd. Of course, he is also welcome his new baby daughter into the world as well. So fantastic stuff. Congratulations to both those guys. It's been a fantastic stuff, and obviously brilliant stuff. And Matt has just reminded me about both Todd and Dave's new baby on the stream. And to be honest, I was actually for once, I actually remembered it. I've actually wrote some notes down tonight, so I'm going to look marginally professional, marginally. Anyway, yeah, we're about to get cracking, and yeah, so congratulations to both Dave and Todd there. Absolutely fantastic news, really is. And to be honest, it's awesome stuff to see. And yeah, it's great for both those guys to share their new mini mess makers, isn't it? So great, absolutely fantastic stuff. I can't really be any more high praise of it. Brilliant. Anyway, let's get on to the racing now then. As I've just also I think Todd might be available for the stream tonight. I wasn't expecting him in. So quick, you'll see the screen go a bit blue at the moment. Don't worry about that. I'm just going to invite Todd in as well. Of course, Todd is also of course we've already confirmed about Todd welcoming his daughter in there as well. So he might be slightly tired. So you'll have to bear with us, folks. We're going to be unfortunately you won't hear a lot of me. And as it's been a great stuff. And of course here is Todd now. And I think how are you, Todd? You a bit drowsy, a bit sleepy?
Yeah, just a little bit. But I'll tell you what, it's worth every minute.
Indeed it is, of course. So yeah, and I think a lot of the IRC drivers have been welcoming into the world their sons and daughters. Of course, Ross, of course, another you may know him as Roscoe on the stream. Of course, he also welcomed in his new child into the world as well. So fantastic stuff, isn't it? It's great to see all what's going on. Brilliant, isn't it? And anyway, so of course Todd will, as we said, Todd will be a bit drowsy tonight, but don't worry about that, guys, because he has more important things to worry about. Yeah, leave.
Yeah, if I suddenly disappear, it's because I need to sort my daughter out.
It's Amy, isn't it?
She's already hungry.
Is it Amy? Is it?
It is, yeah.
Excellent. So yeah, brilliant stuff. And Yeah, so I think we're just getting ready for the drivers to come into the session now. Then, just taking a quick look to see if we got any new drivers on the roster tonight. You can see Super Steve, Diddy Bus is there as well. We got Wee John, Energy Dan, and yeah, excellent. Anyway, we got the of course the D Catalunya circuit up. Up in front of us right now. Of course, in Barcelona, of course, 16 turns on this. To be honest, a very challenging track, isn't it? The track's got everything. It's absolutely fantastic. It's a proper car track, isn't it? And we'll talk about that in just a few moments. 16 turns. The circuit length is 2.8 miles. 2.8 miles, and it's the lap record holder is held by Danny Rick at the moment. And we've got a comment right in there straight away. Jonathan Cox, good evening. Good evening. Good luck, guys. Celebrations tomorrow. Of course, Jonathan Cox's birthday is tomorrow, and also we've got. I think it's Timmy's birthday as well today. Of course, I think he's had a good old time in the Alton Towers. I wonder if he's been on Oblivion or anything like that. Oh, I used to hate Oblivion. My cousin used to make me go on it because I'm afraid of heights. You know, that just kind of, that's just the kind of person he was. Same boat, Sean. Yeah, I have been to Alton Towers in quite a while, but I'm kind of glad for it. I like speed, but I like to be in control, to be honest. So it's not really my cup of tea. So yeah, so we're just waiting for everything to get going. And of course, then let's just have a quick look at the championship standings. Then after 4 rounds, then an absolutely action-packed Azerbaijan Grand Prix, but not that bad. Once again, 4 wins out of 4, fantastic stuff, isn't it? He's really got a stranglehold on the championship at the moment, hasn't he? He is 47 points in front of Matt, who is second at the moment. Asdog in third. To be honest, Asdog, I feel probably be disappointed with that. And we got Jonathan in 4th position. He's 75 points behind the moment with Harry in 5th position. Physico 6 Roscoe. After his pace, you would expect him to be a lot harder than that in 7th position. 8th is Sven, Timmy and 9th the birthday boy, and 10th position is Double, once again showing his consistency. So yeah, so we got a new father in the comms box. Even I wouldn't really classify a new father, Todd, but yeah, but we've also got but Dave is also as we said before, and you as also welcome to the world his new son. So we got 2 guys who might be a little drowsy tonight. So yeah, but you might have to bear with them.
At least I'm not behind the wheel of a car, so that's a good thing.
Yeah. So yeah, and hope to be honest, so Dave is a professional, isn't he? So he will get the job done. Anyway, then so we're just in Barcelona then for round 5. So this is where the first European race begins then here in Spain. And it's looking a touch overcast though out there at the moment. And of course, we had a fantastic race last night in one of the best elite races ever, wasn't it? I've always gone on harped on about how great Silverstone was last season in the season 1 of Elite, but last night was phenomenal. 3 drivers battling out at the for first position, and the later laps of the race from 20 to 33. I have never been on the edge of my seat all the way through that. And Jonathan is just Jonathan, our weather forecast guy, our Ted Krawick's on the pits, has just informed us we got rain in the race. We'll ask about Todd's opinion on that in just a few moments. So that is very interesting indeed. Double's the first man out on track at the moment, so he is in car 97. So hopefully Double's feeling a lot better as well now after because he wasn't too well last week, if I remember rightly. And to be honest, it feels like a very long time ago last week. And so Double is out there at the moment and just coming through turn 4. So Todd, if you're still there, to be honest, then what do you think about this track? It's a very challenging track, isn't it? It's more for the chassis, isn't it? And it's a car track, isn't it? If your car set up well, you're going to go well around here. It's got everything, hasn't it?
It has, yeah. It's a very difficult track to race on for some drivers. For me, I do find it a difficult track. I was doing a bit of a practice session earlier and got my best times are 1 minute 20.
To be honest, I'll be proud of a 1 minute 20. So, yeah. But it's I think that I can't remember the times from last night. It was such an incredible race last night. I can't remember the qualifying times. Oh gosh. Well, this is going to be a good qualifying, isn't it? Anyway, just on board double at the moment. So we're coming through the Mickey Mouse chicane. And to be honest, I must admit I'm not a fan of the chicane that was put in there a couple of years ago. I like the final blast of the final two right-handers. Amazing commitment now used to be. We're on board double then. Of course, he is powering down into turn one, going over 200 miles an hour into turn one. Then into turn two, you cannot take too much curb out because you'll be in the wall. Now into the long turn three there, and this is where the tires really started to get punished around here. And to be honest, if you remember the 2013 Grand Prix, we had 5 or 6 pit stops. It was unreal. Into turn four then, and of course we had a big old smash here, didn't we, last night? And now into turn five, an absolutely outstanding move from Vanquish there last night on the inside and outside. That was just absolutely fantastic. Now into turn 7 and 8 then, of course, the car will get a bit floaty on the rear end there. Not so much for double here. Double taking it nice. He just wants to get his lap in turn 9. Phenomenal corner turn 9. It's DRS open. That's the first DRS zone of 2 around here. Now break down to the newer part of the circuit of turn 10 then, and then coming up is 11 and 12 then. So you can see that again the car feels a bit light here, and the back end is just one to step out. Fair from the throttle there a bit. Double is now coming down into the chicane then. As of course, I think this was invented by Mr. M. Mouse himself, wasn't it? And now coming into the final turn 16. This is quite an easy flat out corner in the end. You can see double powering up then. He's run out of Urs there, yellow flagging too, but double goes on a 120.6. A good banker lap there for double. Nicely done. But Didymus there at 20.3. Hasn't got off the mark yet, Didymus, but but he hopefully will be this afternoon. And it is very overcast out there. Of course, Jonathan has already informed us about the wet weather we're going to have in Spain. So it's not really a usual sunny Spain out there, is it? Have you ever around this track in the wet then, Todd? Have you ever had a chance to drive around this track in the wet yet on the game?
Not yet, I haven't. No. I'm quite looking forward to driving in the wet on this track at some point.
As Not That Bad goes up into 4th position at the moment on a 25.3. I think he's sandbagging a bit there. Timmy goes into pole position at the moment. 3 tenths of a second ahead of Didymus at the moment. It is looking very murky out there, isn't it? It's looking miserable. Steve Penny's lost the wing there. That's an unusual aerodynamic setup around here. I know you need a lot of aerodynamics, but yeah. So Steve there, obviously just an Energy Dan is out. That's not very good. Roscoe goes fastest at the moment. Energy Dan is out. It's sector 2. I reckon that's the infamous turn 9, isn't it? I reckon. Oh, big crash! Big crash! That's a Haas in the wall. Matt is just cruising around, and oh blimey! That's Wee John there, just trying to get out of there, and oh blimey! It's all going off in the first qualifying session, isn't it, Todd? Blimey, I'm glad you're here with me. Oh.
Yeah, it's definitely all going on tonight, isn't it?
Blimey, that's unreal, isn't it? We've only been in this session for 10 minutes. Oh, sorry, 10 minutes, 6 minutes, and already we've got 2 wingless wings out there. And of course the yellow flag in 2 here. Super Steers on the lap at the moment. We didn't actually see where Energy Dan was, but Not That Bad. It's gone on to a 20.0, and of course the new father Dave is just in the comments. Let's do this, a wet race as well. So we've got 2 drivers now that it's confirmed it's a wet race. So is that Super Steve now coming through in the racing point? We've also got Dave. Just don't be on in turn 1, please. Be out. Oh yeah. Okay. Sorry. That just shows my my awful. You can see I can't read and talk at the same time. So yeah. First finish in the 13 races last week. Yeah, Dave did finish actually. So his first race finish in the last 13 weeks there. To be honest, I think it sounds a lot worse than it actually is though, because I think Dave has been a bit unfortunate with some of the incidents he's been involved in. Physico is now just starting lap on the hard compound tyre, and just watching him now coming to turn 1 and 2. He's on the hard compound tyre, as Dog hasn't come in. We've got a lot of debris around the circuit already, aren't we? Physico is representing the car 14, of course. 14 is synonymous to Fernando Alonso, of course, when he was driving in Formula 1. I read a couple of rumours this week about Fernando Alonso might be going to Red Bull. Well, not this week, in the last couple of weeks, about Fernando Alonso going to Red Bull to replace Gasly. Bit harsh, as Dave has got a bit of pressure now, as Dave says, if you finish this race, you'll win. Oh, blimey. Oh, Physical getting very flighty there. I just looked back up there, and Physical looking very flighty there. Maybe look worse than what it was then when I was just having a look down and back up. So, Physical on the hard compound tire at the moment. We got Matt out there is on the soft compound at the moment, and he is just beyond Physical, so we'll go and keep with Physical at the moment, as he is now coming into the final sector as well. Todd, do you remember this race when you just had to? It was just the final two corners there. You didn't have this chicane where it was just flat out for 14 and 15. Do you remember the old configuration of this track?
I do, mate. I love the old configuration. I think it's much better than the current layout of the track.
It is, isn't it? As now Matt is just coming across the line then, so Matt is on a 22 at the moment, 22.9 there, so they're all just getting their iron at the moment. Well, because of, I must admit, I apologise guys, I haven't actually mentioned about the qualifying rules yet. So Jonathan is very happy with up, and he's very happy indeed. That's an 18.7, good luck there for Jonathan there, and of course, so brilliant stuff. And so of course in this session then we're only going to have we're just losing one driver, but Energy Dan unfortunately is already out of the session in the Ferrari, so that's a shame there from Energy Dan. But if you want to crash, you must crash in qualifying. So of course the points are won during the race. Asdog is out on track now, car 22, and he's just approaching the first sector now. 22.2 there for Asdog at the moment. Dave is out there as well on the medium compound tyre, and Snap is out there as well on the soft compound tyre. So it's just on board Snap Ben at the moment in the Renault. Snap is 11th in the championship moment, 12 points to his name. To be honest, I think would he be disappointed with that? I reckon he would be, to be honest, because I must admit I've been singing his praises, and I feel that Snap probably really despises me at the moment because of that. Because every time I sing someone's praises, they end up in the wall, or they have or they just have a terrible race. So yeah, I'm going to just remain neutral from now on, I reckon. And we'll let Todd do all the predictions. Anyway, Snap is now coming into the final sector now. You cannot go too wide here because I remember, I'm not sure if you get that on this. Oh, we'll come back to the Snap comes across the line. He isn't using DRS much, is he? But he's 7th fastest still, so I reckon there's a lot more pace in that Renault. He goes up into 7th fastest at the moment. Asdog coming across the line, and he's done a 20.009. A good time there from Asdog. Look at that, 4th fastest second between, not that bad in Asdog in 4th and 5th position. We've got a yellow flag out there at the moment. Here's Dave now, who's on the lap at the moment, and he's
just hit the wall.
Oh, and is that a turn 2, Todd? Oh, it is. Oh, that's
turn 2. Perilous turn 2.
It is. It's turn 2 and turn 9. It's going to be. We'll need. Well, Thomas, I might just put a permanent camera down those corners that way, because I think that's where it's going to be very interesting indeed. Especially the race if it rains. I'm really looking forward to that. This gives me a good opportunity to talk about one of my favourite races ever, Spain '96. And I'm sure that you guys are going to be like, oh no, not again. But yes, I have to talk about classic F1 because it's my life. Anyway, we'll come back to that in a minute. As Dave is just coming through the final couple of corners now, and he is just about to cross the line in the blue and gold helmet here. When we were on board, it does remind me of the Malaysian helmet, and Dave has done a 29.1 there, but I feel that was just kind of getting his eye in at the moment. Physical hasn't set a time either with 7 minutes to go. Yeah, but 96 was an absolutely phenomenal race. I think Michael Schumacher absolutely blitzed the opposition, didn't he? I think he lapped everyone, and he was just absolutely. Oh, Dave going wide there. He does what? Oh, he's gone very wide, and of course Hamilton crashed there in 2010 when his tire blew out there. As Dave, I wonder if he got distracted by of course by his son. do you reckon that's what happened there, Todd? Yeah, you have more experience about that.
I'd probably imagine that his little one's probably got his attention, because my little one's got my attention right now. Unfortunately, so Dave, just going off into the gravel there, but Hamilton definitely crashed there, didn't he, in 2010 when he had a puncture, I think it was. Didymus is retired from the session. Oh, Didymus has retired from the session, and I think that
that's a big blow. Oh, Wee John there getting a bit out of shape there. Yeah, Didymus is out of the session there, so he will not take part in Q2 either. Oh, that's a big blow indeed for Didymus there. He's in the 20s. He would have made it through. Pushing too hard, possibly. Didymus was in set to 1. He must be. I think no points for guessing what's happened there to Didymus. I think he's gone into turn in the inside barrier of turn 2 there, which is a bit unfortunate. On board Dave, and I think he's just come back in the pits now. What about Wee John then in the Haas car 16? Is that? No, then it's 46. Sorry. And now coming around the final turn, then Wee John is on board with him. You see he's used a lot of deployment there, and he goes 10 fastest, and he's unfortunately, I think he must have made a mistake in the final six there. He's 3/10 of a second down. Double once again, showing that he's got a bit of class in that Williams, hasn't he? Because he's really, this season double is absolutely showing some phenomenal form. He's elected not to use the DRS, so he must be on an in lap at the moment. What about Timmy? Timmy was really announced his arrival in IRC, didn't he? In his second race, a phenomenal drive last week out in Azerbaijan. Really showed the world, wasn't it? Really, of course, he got fastest lap, and he also got third position. And wow, absolutely phenomenal drive there from Timmy. So expect him to just get better and better. Of course, he is just oh, look at that manhandling the car there. Oh, very incredible stuff there. He's really putting on the show at the moment, Timmy, as he comes across the line, and he's I think he lost a lot of time there towards the end of that sector. 5 minutes to go, what, just under 5 minutes to go. Oh, Physic's off, and oh, he's in the wall, he's out, and that's a big blow for Physico. And oh dear, you can see that the car just got a bit flighty in turn 11 and 12 there, and he has damaged the car, the wheels off, and that means he'll be starting 15th in the race later on. Oh, that's a big shame, that is. And David just said there's no grip on the mediums at all there, and unfortunately Physico is on the soft compound tire, struggling as well, and he's in the wall. Oh dear, that's a big blow, that is. I must admit, I've crashed there a few times. It's really oh, he must be so disappointed, really, Physico, because to be honest, when we was watching him, it was it didn't look like, it looked like he might have been able to keep out the wall there, but sometimes those silly little accidents are really really hard to avoid, isn't it? Wee John is out there at the moment on the in the Haas. He's in the top 10 at the moment, so he's just starting a lap. Matt is out there as well at the moment. He is on the second. He's on the 2-lap mode at soft compound tires at the moment. 3 3/4 minutes to go then of this session. So the drivers have been talking about a wet race. So we're really looking forward to that, actually, because I like a good wet race. Of course, Germany absolutely showed why we fans love a good wet race. So Matt taking a lot of curb there in the background. I'm really on it at the moment. And you see Wee John there coming out. This is where Physico, unfortunately, the car got a bit too light, didn't he, and went off. And double forward podium. I think that's Blaz. It's in the comments. Of course, the elite driver, Blaz is. And of course, he made the promotion, didn't he, from a super last season. Of course, runner-up in last season's league. Very consistent, isn't he, Blaz? I apologise. I'm really poor at names. Of course, I do struggle sometimes, I must admit, because I'm sure I've been told this so many times, and week after week, I was like, is that Blaz? Is that, yeah. I must admit, it took me a long time to get your name right, Todd. Because when you changed your name from Killer to Broke, it took me a good month and a bit, and I still struggle now. It's just I'll get there eventually.
Yeah, a few people on my friends list have changed their names, and I'm like, who are you?
Yeah, I know. It's Knowles changed his name last night. It's changed his name as well, hasn't he? To ATK, I think it is. But Charles only. Oh, Steve there, almost the back end again, getting very light. I thought he was going in the wall then. Racing Point at the moment is the sole representative for Racing Point in 11th position. Super Steers really wrestling the car at the moment, isn't he? Oh, blimey! And he's on the soft compound tire, so this is meant to give you the most grip out there. There's a lovely onboard shots here in Barcelona. Of course, this might be the last time we ever race in Barcelona on Barcelona on an F1 game. Dave has gone up to third there. Good lap there from Dave. Both Red Bulls are right in the mix at the moment. Well, that's Super Steve. He crosses the line. He's 4,000 of a second slower, showing that he is right on the mix there at the moment. Yellow flag in sector 1, and I think that might be someone just recovering, just getting out of the way. So good stuff. I'm really glad that these guys are out there at the moment, isn't it? Really, got another yellow flag in 1 as well. What is that?
It's just Super Steve.
Oh, it's just Super Steve, is it? So he's just...
Yeah,
he's just
2 again.
oh dear, so just get out of the way. That Super Steve is yeah, that turn 2 is... We're going to have to keep it on turn 2, aren't we? Matt is just on in lap at the moment. So yeah, it's been a very fraught session, hasn't it, really? When we've lost 3 drivers, and to be honest, as Dave is cruising back to the pits. So I think that he's just getting in the way of Matt there. Oh, lovely shot here of not that bad. 3/10 of a second up in the Mercedes at the moment. That is looking very close to Jonathan Cox's time. Jonathan has just mentioned the comments about a couple of minutes ago that he is very happy at that time. Of course, Jonathan 4th in the championship loans. Of course, he made his debut towards the back end of last season, didn't he? Jonathan did, and really. I think that really is going to be a star of the future, isn't he? Not that bad as a star now, though, isn't he? What does he do? Is he crosses the line, and he really. Do you think he just took his foot off the gas in the last sector, not to show everyone what his hand there? Not that bad.
I think he's hiding his true place.
Well, that's definitely a Mercedes trait, isn't it? They're known for sandbagging, aren't they? So yeah, not that bad. Toronto's Mercedes have got a very strong team with Timmy and not that bad, and are going to be very strongly constructed at the moment. That's the end of Q1. Then unfortunately we have lost Energy Dan. We think he got on the wall at turn 9. We also lost Physica. We was watching Physica when he went off at turn 12 there. Car got a bit too flighty. And Didymus also, I think we missed Didymus. I think he was also turn 12 as well. So not that bad, just coming in the pits now. So that's the end of Q1. We got 13 drivers then for Q2, which will be coming up in just a few moments. And it's, yeah, so to be honest, I'm really looking forward to this wet race. Absolutely phenomenal stuff. Of course, we had a wet race in the Elite League, didn't we, in China a couple of weeks ago? And as I very wrongly predicted that the rain that would come, well, it's just like, I think it's 5 laps before the end. It shouldn't be enough for intermediate tyres. Completely wrong. So yeah, if you want any predictions, as I said, go to Todd. So yeah, don't ask me about anything. 80 kilometers.
Mine haven't always been pinpoint.
Well, no, they have, but blimey, I think I got that rain course so wrong. Ron Dennis would have been proud of me. Anyway, that's the end of Q1, and as you can see, we've lost 3 cars, unfortunately. Then, but we're getting ready for Q2. Remember, Q2 is where it's really where it really heats up here in Spain, which has been an unusually cool Spanish Grand Prix at the moment, isn't it? It feels more like winter testing, doesn't it, rather than when the race is usually held around here about May time. So. There's also Super Steve coming into the pits as well in the Racing Point. As of course F1's on the summer break now, so yeah, this is going to be my fix for the next 4 weeks. So yeah, I must apologise if I get overly excited. I do love my racing. I'm going to be so bored, I think, before. When's the next race in Spa? It's like late August. I think it's September, isn't it? Late August, last week in August, something like that. Oh, too far away.
I'm not sure, to be honest, mate. Yeah, it's too far away, but you know.
I was going to say, I think that you've had more important things to worry about rather than the F1 calendar, haven't you? So we'll let you off.
I wasn't in the commentary box with you last night because we didn't get home until like 8:30, 9 o'clock last night.
Oh, that's no problem at all. It's as you said, there's a lot more important things in life than racing. But I must admit, this is still. But I think, in my opinion, this is definitely what the next best thing in life is at the moment. So yeah, especially after all the stress of work at the moment, this is definitely something that really gets my blood flowing, which is awesome stuff to see. We're just counting down to Q2 now. And the Red Bulls are looking very strong at the moment. Jonathan Cox also looking mighty strong as well. But you can never count out not that bad. And of course, Timmy, one of the newer names in the league, was phenomenal in Baku. So I'm really looking to see how well he does on there. As quotes traditional F1 track, of course, Baku is more of a street circuit. This is definitely more of a traditional Formula 1 circuit. It's September the 1st. Thanks, Dave. So yeah, Dave just someone's on their toes. Yeah, so it's going to be a it's gonna be a long month. This August period. This is one of my least favourite months. So no offense to anyone who has birthdays and stuff. But yeah, I must admit,
Amy does.
Yeah. I was going to say Amy does now. Of course, Dave's son does as well now. So yeah. To be honest, I think that both you guys timed that really well, actually, didn't you? So well, because there's definitely going to be no F1 on in August, is there? Because it's the traditional shutdown period, isn't it? As
it's National Pop Out a Baby Month.
As, well, it's probably not the best. It's probably not the best time though, is it? Because it's usually quite well. To be honest, I haven't been that hot this summer, has it really? So yeah, not as hot as last summer. Really. You have to scrape me off the floor last summer. Oof, it's not very good. It's not a very good summer last year for the Gingers. Wee John is out there at the moment in the Haas. He's just
Asdog's out, Timmy's out, and Double's out.
Who do you think's in a bit of peril in this session, Todd? Who do you feel, from judging from that, like it was more of a practice session, wasn't it? Q1, but who do you feel that looks a bit in trouble?
I think Super Steam might be at risk of being dropped. Possibly. Oh, it's hard to tell really, because all these drivers are good.
It is, isn't it?
I think it'd be Steve and Snap possibly that could lose out, but we'll see what happens during Q2 and go from there. To be honest.
Yeah, it's gonna be a fascinating Q2. We've only got 12 minutes to go, so we're already almost 3 minutes into this session. As you can see, Wee John there just about to start us up in the American team in the Haas, and he's coming down the back straight now. Of course, it's good. We've got a yellow flag already because that's Asdog. Asdog is out of turn. Where is he? Oh no, that's a big blow. We're just on board with Matt and just having a look.
It's on the start-finish straight.
Oh no, that's not good at all, is it? That's very unfortunate from Asdog. That was unusual. Whereabouts on the start?
A big blow for him. A big blow.
Just on board.
Oh,
that's an unusual place, isn't it? I must admit, the only other car I've seen crash there was Damon Hill back in '96. Oh, and Wee John getting very out of shape there in turn 8. Yeah, that's a very unusual place for Asdog to crash out there. That's a big blow indeed for Alan. I real feel for the guy really, because he has had the speed most of this season, but he's been unlucky, and unfortunately, as Wee John there going on the older part of the circuit there. Asdog has had the speed, but unfortunately he's struggled to get a whole event together, hasn't he? Really? Big blow for Asdog.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you know, he is a very quick driver. You know, there's no defending him, mate. You're not going to keep him behind you. That's coming from an experienced racer. You know, I can't even keep Asdog behind me.
Oh, and we'll come back to that in a minute, because we got Timmy and Double there racing for position. Go, yo, flag, and that's Snap. Snap's gone as well. And no, and I think it's in his. Sven goes second at the moment, and I'm wondering if it's turn 10. Let's on board. It's not turn 10. Where is it? Oh, that's it. I'm wondering if it's. Just having a quick look now, but that is 2 big names gone already in this session. Wow, to be honest, the track conditions must be really difficult there, mustn't it? It's the track. Do you reckon it's to do with the track temperature and it being very low?
Well, yeah, it could be that, because if you look, it's rather overcast, so the track could be a bit greasy.
I know, we got another race here at the moment, Super Steve, and that is not that bad. Just whoa! Oh my gosh! And Super Steve has gone into the back of the Mercedes. That is a big blow. That's a 5-place grid penalty there for Super Steve. And well, I'm not really sure. I'm not sure if Timmy was on a lap or not. Well, he's already set a lap, but I wonder if he was going for another lap. But Super Steve is damaged, and he's now got a 5-place grid penalty. That's a big blow for Super Steve, isn't it? Very big blow indeed. That's a shame. Did you see that, Todd?
I wasn't looking at the telly at that point, so I can't tell you what really happened.
No, that's cool. I think I'm not going to call it, to be honest, because I'm going to be wrong. But well, actually, yeah, let's call it. And then everyone, I'd like to hear what your opinions are in the comments. But I feel, I think that Timmy was on. I'm not sure if Timmy was on an in lap or not, but he did overtake Super Steve, and Super Steve I think was on a fast lap, and Timmy overtook him. And then Super Steve just went into the back room, so I'm not sure if Timmy needed to overtake him there. Jonathan Cox at 18.5 there on the soft compound tyre, and Dan Murphy in the comments has just said that is Tim's fault. So yeah, definitely. So yeah, I feel that I might agree with that one. And of course, and David just said, Dave Shaw just said, Asdog touched the gravel out of the final corner and went into the wall. So yeah, that's unfortunate for Asdog. Asdog and Snap both out, and that's that's two big names gone in this session. So yeah, this is a day for one of the midfield runners to really get into the top 10 and show what they're really made of. So excellent stuff. Jonathan is on the. Well, we haven't even touched on the strategy yet because it's all going this session. Absolutely fantastic stuff.
Plenty of entertainment in Q2 so far.
It is. It's looking good for the race, isn't it? Blimey. And
yeah, definitely.
So at the moment, then, so the guys, if you set your fastest lap on the tire, which is if you set the fast lap on the soft tire, then you must start that on that tire if you're in the top 10. That is really badly explained, but hopefully you get the gist. And so yeah, at the moment then, Jonathan Cox will be on the soft compound tyres. Roscoe's out there on the lap now, as is Steve. Dave is in the pits, and Super Steve is just coming out of the pits now. We're on board Roscoe at the moment. Again, like Asdog, I feel he's had the pace this season, but unfortunately he just needs to get an event together at the moment. Unfortunately, Asdog is out of qualifying, Snaps out as well. We're on board Roscoe, then coming through turn 3 at the moment. And in terms of strategy then, Todd, what would you go for? The elite guys last night went from, most of them went, well, basically all of them was on the went from medium to hard tyre. How would you approach this race? Would you go with the medium to hard tyre, or do you feel that the tyre? Do you feel that you'd rather go for a 2-stop strategy and really attack around the circuit?
No, I'd rather go on the mediums and go long into the race, but just sort of not push too hard, but give myself enough time or enough gap to come out possibly in front of the guys that I'm battling with. And
Jonathan Cox has made a very good point, and I apologise again. I'm on a bit of a mare in this one, aren't I? And it's raining in the race, isn't it? So I completely forgot about that. But so and Jonathan has confirmed it's raining in the start as well. So that might be why these guys are going on the soft compound tires, even though not that bad on the medium. So is Double and so is Matt. So so I would assume that yeah, and Blaz also confirmed as well. He thinks it's a wet start. So yeah. So ignore me. And Charles, I kind of threw Todd into the under the bus on that one. So yeah, it will be a wet start. I think it probably will be a wet start, which is why a lot of people on the soft compound tire, which means that this is going to be an electric Q2. Excellent stuff. But is there a possibility that even though it does say a wet start, do you reckon that there might be a possibility that you could potentially start on dries? But even if you do, though, you'll probably be in for it. It depends how wet it is, doesn't it? So it's always going to be a lottery, isn't it, with the weather? Because I must admit, I remember one race I did where I was certain it was going to be wet at the start, and it was only drizzling. So yeah, it can be a lottery sometimes. Steve Penny goes 5th at the moment in the McLaren, and excellent stuff. Yeah, John is in 4th position at the moment, looking very strong out there indeed. Dave is on the lap now at the moment, attacking turn 3 crackingly well. So yeah, I'm going to leave the weather well enough alone, because it's quite obvious that I don't really know what I'm talking about the weather. So let's just let's just keep it simple. And Dave is on. We're on board Dave at the moment. Then in the Red Bull, and then now he's coming up into the beautiful turn 7 and 8. I love this part of the track. The car, it feels like the car is out of control, doesn't it? The car is just drifting. It's like the back end is just really light, and then into the second DRS zone. I really enjoy that part of the circuit, I must admit.
Yeah, I like that part of the track as well, because it tests your handling skills as well and how well you can control the car going into the corners.
Yeah, it definitely is. And to be honest, I must admit, if this is the last time we are racing on this track on the Formula 1 2019 game, before we go to Zandvoort, I would miss this track as well, to be honest. I must admit, on TV, I'm not really a fan of watching it, because sometimes races can be a procession, unless it's 2013, where the Pirelli tyres was basically like...
They'd go second on a 119.2.
That's a very good time as well from Dave wearing the Red Bull yellow flag in one. So I think that's Dave just slowing down. On board Super Steve, who's unfortunately got a 5-place grid penalty there. I must admit, I feel, and some of the viewers also say that as well, that it was Tim's fault there. So, but unfortunately for Super Steve, he's got the 5-place grid penalty, which is very harsh. Matt's out there on the medium compound tyres in the Toro Rosso at the moment. So maybe he's just belt and brace at the moment, where he might feel that it might not be wet enough to start on the intermediate tyres later on, and as now he's just coming through turn at the intermediate 2 now. Jonathan Cox just said in the comments, 1 minute and 18.5 is his session theoretical best there. No, his theoretical best is 18.509, so he is there, he's hitting his marks there, Jonathan Cox is. So he's 1,000 a second off his potential best. That was fantastic stuff from Jonathan there. Well, Matt then, as he comes across the line, he improves to 21.6 there, and he goes up to 8th fast at the moment. Roscoe is out on track at the moment as well. He is just about to get his time in there. So we're going to lose one driver potentially. At the moment, Super Steve is on the bubble. He needs to find a couple of seconds to match Double. Once again, I keep singing praises of Double, and I think he kind of like, he's probably, I hope he's listening to the stream. He might not be, because he might have had enough of my voice, but he's probably thinking no, he's probably heard me like sing the praises of Adsdog and Snap, and he doesn't want me to do the same. But yeah, I think Double's done a phenomenal job this season. I must admit, what I like about this game, and I hope you agree with me, Todd, is that it's kind of shook up a bit of the running order from last season, hasn't it? I think they're not that bad. It's elevated his game this season, but do you think it's like shook up the order and it's giving guys like Snap, like Adsdog, like Double, and Roscoe we're looking at now, a new leash of life? Do you agree with that, or do you feel that they had pace all along and they've just really knuckled down this season?
Well, I think, every racer will improve when they play a new game. Obviously, I'm going through a slump in a few leagues at the moment, but I'll get out of it. It's just going to take time. But yeah, some of these guys are really showing what they can do.
Definitely is. We've got your flag in 2 and 3 at the moment. And to be honest, I've been in a slump since I started playing F1 games, so don't worry about that, Todd. Anyway, so we're going through the final couple of corners now, and what's Roscoe going to do is he powers across the line, the Aston Martin Red Bull DRS enabled straight on the marks. He goes second fastest on a 1:18.7 there, 2/10 of a second off Jonathan at the moment. Jonathan still fastest with 1 minute and 30 seconds to go. Double's on an outlap. He's just about to start us out now as he's coming through. So at the moment, Super Steve is just out of the top 10 moment. And whoa! And Super Steve there getting very leery at the background there. This is it then. So this is the final time then. So at the moment, Penny is staying in the pits then. So Penny is must be quite happy with his time out there at the moment. John is also in Q3 as well. Good stuff. And yeah, I feel that. It's a bit unfortunate about the incident with Timmy, but I've just actually replayed the stream back as I feel like a proper expert now, like Anthony on the SkyPad. But it does actually look like it. I feel it might be Timmy's fault in the Mercedes there, which I'm not sure. I feel that Timmy probably shouldn't have. Double going almost straight line that second that chicane there. I feel that Timmy didn't need to overtake Super Steve there, and to us also because I've seen a couple of comments in the chat, a couple of comments as well on the stream. I've obviously agreed with them as well. So basically, I said someone's opinion, I went for it. That's just my way. Anyway, I'm coming down to the final, but I think unfortunately Todd didn't see it, but. I feel that otherwise I would like to have seen your opinion on that, Todd, but I'd like a racer's opinion and seeing what you thought of it. But the general consensus is that there's a double goes into 9th at the moment. So double is through. What about Super Steve? What can he do? And he improves to a 22 there. Very incredible improvement there from Super Steve. Really getting on there towards the end. Then, unfortunately though, he is knocked out of qualifying. He gets a 5th-place grid point as well, so he's going to be all the way at the back of the field, unfortunately. So for Super Steve, as double gets out of the way. So that's it for Q2 then. So let's just take a look then. We don't think the tyres are going to be a huge factor in the start tomorrow because we think it's going to be a wet race. Thank you to Blads and everyone else that mentioned that. I completely missed that, even though I was told by Dave, by Jonathan, by everyone that it was a wet start. Yeah, Jonathan fastest, 2nd Roscoe, Dave in 3rd position, 4th not that bad, Sven in 5th, 6th is Timmy, 7th is Matt, 8th is Wee John, 9th is Double, we're just looking at them now on screen, and 10th position is Penny. Out of qualifying is a Super Steve, as Dog, and Snap, unfortunately. So going in through into Q3 then, Todd, who is going to be on pole position? Who can you predict who's going to be the pole sitter for tomorrow? For layers on racing.
Well, I think in Q3, I think Not That Bad's going to show you what he can really do. So I do believe it's going to be a fight between Jonathan Cox and Not That Bad for pole position.
And you know what? I definitely want to see that. So I'm really looking forward to this. This is going to be absolutely phenomenal stuff. Double is just come back into the pits now, and we are getting prepared for Q3. Then lovely overhead shot there of the track here, and I must admit, to be honest, I will really miss this track. Of course, we'll potentially be going to Zandvoort in next year, of course, and that is going to be phenomenal to see all the Dutch fans cheering on Max Verstappen. And maybe even cheering on our newest member, Dave. Of course, he was an absolute hero last night, wasn't he, in the Elite League? Absolutely great. Great to see Dave M race from last year. Of course, if you missed the Elite League last night, then of course it's on the IRC channel. I would recommend you go back and watch it. It was absolutely phenomenal, and that's probably why I sound a bit why I sound a bit like I'm a bit behind tonight. That's because I'm absolutely shattered from that race last night. Incredible. I was on my seat all the way through it.
I'll have a look at the stream later on tonight when I've settled Amy down for the night. I'll get on the stream and have a look and watch the race.
It's definitely recommended, but the problem that is, if you want to it's not a good race if you want to drift off to sleep. I would probably recommend one of the first race of 2019, like Australia or something. Of course, in real Formula 1. So that's the end of Q2 then, and unfortunately we've lost Super Steve, Asdog and Snap out of qualifying 2 then. So our top 10 runners going for pole position is Jonathan Cox, we got Roscoe, Dave, Not That Bad, Sven, Timmy, Matt, Wee John, Double and Penny. Excellent stuff.
Well, I've got 2 out of the 3 right. I said Snap and Steve.
Yeah, so to be honest, I think that I wonder if you've actually got the commentator's curse now. And as we're now coming through into Q3 then, so this is where we're going to see, if you want to see fast race cars, this is the place to be, as we're just taking a look at the pit lane here. Of course, there's a very wide pit lane here, isn't it? Which is great stuff. I think that I wonder how Zandvoort is going to be like in terms of pit lane and stuff. It's very interesting to see. What I am glad to hear about is they're actually keeping the gravel trap. So I must admit, I am a fan of a gravel trap. I don't really like all these concrete runoff areas. I understand it's for safety and everything. Jonathan Cox is the first man out of the pits then in his Ferrari. He at the moment is looking phenomenal, isn't he? But as Todd said, he thinks that Not That Bad has got a lot of pace in his locker. So this is going to get very, very tense as well. Don't forget that you can't discount out the 2 Red Bulls either. And of course Timmy as well. He announced himself to the big stage, didn't he, in Azerbaijan? What about Matt? Matt is second in the championship at the moment. And he was on the medium tires in Q2. So it's anyone's ball game as well. Wee John in Q3 then, so I wonder how he's going to be feeling. Once again, Sven is becoming a Q3 regular. towards the end of towards the end of last season, he was really starting to show some pace, and he's carrying that through this season. And of course, Double has been absolutely phenomenal in the beginning of the season. And I'm sure I read in the comments somewhere that Double for the win. So that would be absolutely ecstatic. I'll be absolutely ecstatic if Double wins. And I would probably lose my voice as well. It would be similar to what Murray Walker had an issue with back in '96 Japan, I think it was, where he had a lump in his throat. So yeah, that would be phenomenal stuff. But of course, we all want a great racer, don't we? We're on board Jonathan Cox, the of course, sporting the new red, green, and white helmet. Of course, he's now got, as he informed us, I think it was last week, that he's got Italian ancestors. So great stuff to hear that from Jonathan. But we're on board with him now, and it's great to see, because he's now driving an Italian constructor, of course, the Ferrari as well. So he's got the pride of Italy on his shoulders. Then so we're on board with him as he's powering over the start finish, right, and he's coming down into turn one. This is the longest. I think this is one of the longest runs to from the start and from the starting grid to turn one. That causes real pressure, don't it, on the driver, Todd, in terms of like getting off the line and stuff. Are you confident in your starts, or do you feel that was more one of your stronger suits, or do you feel that your starts is probably something you could work on?
It depends on what track it is, really. I mean, if you look at Australia, my starts aren't very good there, but I do have very good race pace around Australia. But yeah, my starts are in between. Either I've got either I can get a good start or I get a bad start, but it just varies, really.
So it's more of a mental thing, is it? Then depending on the tracks, is it? I must admit, I don't have much capacity in my head really to to think about what track. Well, I'm just trying to get off the line, really. We'll come back to the starts in a minute. It's Jonathan's coming around the final corner now. What's he going to do? He's done a 18.4. A good time there for Jonathan. We got a yellow flag in two. As we're just taking a look now, Dave is out there, everyone. Sven is out there. We've got Wee John. Matt is about to complete it up. So is Timmy. Roscoe's out there, and not that bad at the moment. We're coming as what does Timmy does. Timmy comes across the line. He is second at the moment, and 19-1 at the moment. There's a big old gap between Timmy and Jonathan Cox. Jonathan Cox right out there, right on it straight away. Matt is third at the moment at 19.8 there from Matt. So I think you might be a bit disappointed with that one. Well, Sven is on a 23 at the moment. Dave is coming across the line, and he goes third, but not that bad. It's second at the moment on a 1:19.1 at the moment for not that bad. That's a huge gap between Jonathan and not that bad. I'm really surprised by that. Wow, that's incredible.
I think not that bad sandbagging. He's got to be.
That's because Jonathan's out there on his own at the moment. Wee John goes across the line. He's done a 35, so I wonder if Wee John had the adventure. Well, about Roscoe, he's in the middle sector at the moment there. As we're now coming towards the end of the qualifying session, we're building up to the race then, so the race time is getting closer and closer. And I heard a rumble of thunder out there. It's out my window, so excellent stuff. So it's getting very the atmosphere, it's getting really hot, isn't it? Or that might have been my stomach, to be honest. It can't have been, because I've had tea. Anyway, we're on board with Roscoe. He's coming through the final sector now. We've got a yellow flag in tune 3. I'm hoping the nicest driver slowing down is Jonathan there, just cruising back to the pit. That was a phenomenal time for Jonathan. I want Todd's opinion in just a few seconds, but before we do, let's give Roscoe the attention, because we've come across the line now. Oh, look at that, 2 bites of the cherry there. But what does he do? He goes to second fast at the moment on a 18.6 there, so he is now in the ballpark. He's in the same postcode as Jonathan Cox now. Good time there from Roscoe, showing his pace win again. Doubles out there as well. Steve Penny. Oh, Penny's off. Penny's off. He's off. He's he's backwards in the gravel there, and he's on the old track there. Of course, they used that in '94, didn't they? On the strange configuration where they had to have tyres, of course, after the awful incidents of Ayrton Senna. But yeah, Penny's off, and that's ruined his lap there. Oh, we caught the end of that there. Blimey, that would have been a heart-stopping moment there for Steve Penny there. Really surprised. That surprised me. Double comes across the line. He goes 7 fast at the moment. He is on the 4th row of the grid then. So good stuff from Double. Wee John is on a second lap at the moment. So he has gone up to a 21.4 there. Penny will be in the pits then. After he's going for more, so we're going to stay with Steve Penny then as he comes across the line now to start another lap then. So for Penny, but I'm wondering how badly would have damaged those tyres after that huge spin. Oh, blimey. Yeah, but yeah, Todd, you touched on the fact that it's not that bad. Do you think he's still sandbagging out there? Both Mercedes look like that they're very close together, 200ths of a second between them two. But you feel that not that bad?
I think there is some sandbagging going on there at Mercedes.
And to be honest, it's not that bad. It does have a great, that's a stranglehold at the moment over the championship, doesn't it? 4 wins out of 4. That's incredible, isn't it? It's he's showing
very good race pace so far this year.
He's only.
But yeah, I reckon that both of them Mercedes could be sandbagging, because I know Timmy, he can have some good pace when he's in the zone.
Yeah, definitely. I definitely agree with that. Mercedes are looking very strong. They got the second row all to themselves at the moment. Just that moment. Out of 104 points, it is available in the Steve is just coming through to complete that now. On board with his fuel lights on already, so he's going to be cruising around at the moment. And Steve goes on a 21.7 there. I feel that Steve has more damaged his tires in that high speed spin there. Wow, that was just here. He went to the left there. That was very scary indeed. But yeah. Penny's out. Penny is out. I wonder if he's gone off in turn 1 there. And Sven there also getting his. He tried to correct the steering there, and unfortunately the car responded to. The car actually responded for him there, and you can see he's trying to get some tire temperature into these tires. They're all struggling out there on the tire temps. Anyway, yeah, just take a quick listen to this stat. Out of 104 points, not that bad's got 102. That is phenomenal. That is just unreal. So that's 2 fastest laps, 4 wins in the first 4 races. Brilliant. That's just showing unstoppable pace, isn't it? I hear the Elite League calling. So absolutely phenomenal.
I said that to Jonathan earlier on today before I joined your party chat for comms tonight. I said to him he could give everyone in the Elite League a run for their money.
And he showed that as well, didn't he? Back in Bahrain, of course, he made his elite debut, didn't he? And he drove really well there as well. Really getting his elbows out there, didn't he? In the elite league. Oh, Sven getting a bit of the grass there, didn't he? And yeah, that might have unsettled the car as he's into the second section now. Yeah, Jonathan Cox really got his elbows out. That is going very wide in turn 9 there. And Sven all over the track at the moment. They're really pushing on. This is a very fun lap to be watching. Look at that, he's on the edge, isn't he? 2,500 a second off his personal best mode. He needs to find just over a 10th of a second there and double. He wants to respond there, doesn't he? Because he's probably still on the monitor that how much Sven is pushing. Because he is pushing, isn't he? He's got 2 3/4 minutes to go with the session. Then Sven there. Oh, look at that car! He's really strong for grip out there, isn't he? The track is must be very cool out there. Sven goes. He lost 2 times there in the end. It's a very adventurous out there for Sven, wasn't it? To be honest, maybe he might have been pushing a bit too hard there. We joined Timmy now, who's in 4th position at the moment. Look how close the Mercedes are at the moment. Todd reckons there's a lot more in the locker there from both Mercedes drivers. 700 of a second down at the moment on the first sector there from Timmy. Now he's in the second section, and this is quite an important section. All sections are really important here, because this track does have it already has fast corners, it has long corners, it has slow corners. The car needs to be the car just needs to be balanced all around a good package. And here's Timmy then on turn 9 then. And what's he doing then? The second sector is coming up in just a few meters time. There it is. He's 10th down at the moment. They're all struggling out there. I wonder if the track conditions have changed out there. Of course, remember the track is a living thing. So a little bit of temperature decrease, increase will cause these Pirelli tyres no ends of problems really. These Pirelli tyres are very delicate. Really, it sounds like me on the Sunday, really, don't it? And so as he's coming through the final section now, and what's Timmy doing? DRS enabled, and when he goes, brilliant final sector, 2/10 of a second quicker, almost 3/10 of a second, and he puts himself up into third position in front of his teammate at the moment. Not that bad is out there. He's a 10th up in the first sector. Jonathan Cox is out there at the moment. What about Sven? Sven is 3/10 of a second down. What about double then? Oh, lovely shot there into turn 9. Fantastic coverage here from the Spanish director. Coming down then into turn 10. Then what is he doing? He is a 10th up, Double is. So at the moment, Double needs to find 4/10 of a second to get himself on the third row, which at the moment is being shared by Dave and Matt at the moment. Of course, Dave is now on a quick lap. Matt is just on an out lap. Jonathan Cox has just completed his lap. Wee John is back in the pits, and so Wee John is happy with his 9th position, and Penny unfortunately is in 10th. We didn't see what happened to Penny, but I wonder if he is just happy with 10th position and called it a day. Well, a Double coming across the line. And he is 500 seconds quicker there for Double is, and he is 7th in the end then for Double on a 20.222. Very nicely done there for Double. Very nicely done. My OC. Oh, we'll come back. Let's make it not that bad. It's 600% quicker, and he is on the front row of the grid. He is a 10th off Jonathan Cox. That just shows how mighty that first lap was from Jonathan Cox. Steve has left the session. I hope he's back in soon, because of course Super Steve will be starting from the back of the grid. But if it's rain tomorrow, anything can happen. Jonathan Cox sets us up. Is now started us up. Ross is out there. Timmy is just setting up a time. Dave is out there as well. Matt is also out there. His friends in the pit. So who is it? I think Roscoe is going to be the first one to cross the line. He is just coming around the final. So he is 2/10 to a second up. That will be enough. Oh, he lost 2/10 in the final set there. Look how close he is between himself and not that bad. Wow, that is. Oh, it's not a Mercedes just cruising. Well, but Dave goes. He stays 5th at the moment, and Dave does. Matt is on coming, and Steve is back in the session. He is back in the game. What about Matt then? Matt coming in the final corner now. Lovely shots here in Spain. Brilliant stuff. And what does he do as he comes across the line? Let's take a look. He stays 6th as well, so he's on the 3rd row of the grid then. What about Double? Double's in the pits then, so it's all down then to Timmy. Not that bad. Jonathan Cox is down in the 2nd section. What about not that bad? This is his 2nd attempt. Can he get pole position? Remember, not that bad in qualifying. His race pace is a lot stronger. What did he do? He goes 2nd. Jonathan Cox is still on pole position. Timmy is out there. He's 4 seconds out, so it's just Jonathan now. Jonathan's on pole position. I don't think anyone's going to take it away from him, but can he improve? That first lap was so incredible, wasn't it? He was on it. Incredible stuff. We was on board with him, but can he improve? Yes, he does. That's a great time, an 18.0. Half a second in front, and not that bad. Wow.
Phenomenal lap time. Absolutely phenomenal, Jonathan. Absolutely brilliant, mate.
That has made a lot of people
really throwing the gauntlet down, mate.
That is, I tell you what, he doesn't raise the bar, does he? He is the bar tonight. That is incredible stuff. As that is phenomenal from Jonathan. What a lap. Now he has made a lot of people sit up, take notice, not just in the Super League, but in the Elite League as well. That is phenomenal. Not that bad. Might be a little concerned by that, because remember, not that bad. So qualifying pace is not as strong as his race pace, remember, but wow, it's gonna be some battle at the front, isn't it, Todd?
Oh, definitely, mate. Not that bad in Jonathan Cox on the front row. Anything can happen.
Really looking forward to this one then, and let's just take a quick look to see what's going on then in the and that's Jonathan Cox's first ever pole position. I'm glad he mentioned that in the comments there. So yeah, congratulations Jonathan Cox, and what a first pole position it was there. Fantastic. 5/10 of a second in front of the championship leader, not that bad. Roscoe and Timmy are on the 2nd row of the grid. 5th position is Dave. 6th position is Matt. Then we've got Double in 7th, Sven in 8th. That is going to be an interesting row. And then 9th and 10th is Wee John and Penny. This is going to be excellent. Ooh. Oh, look at the rain! Look at the rain! That is proper rain. That is, isn't it? Oh my gosh!
That's full wet tyres. That is.
So it's not just a sprinkler of rain, that is a proper downpour. Well, this is going to be a phenomenal, because of the rain, the race distance is gonna, the race time is going to be longer, which means these guys are going to have to be a lot more concentrated. So yeah, it's not just a sprinkler of rain, is it? Which so I was far from wrong. So there's not going to be any dry tires, is there? Jonathan was saying about the weather forecast, where it's meant to drive 45 minutes into the race. That is probably, I would say, approximately about 5 laps towards the end. So yeah, if that is the case, then we might get onto inters, but I doubt we'll see the dry tires. By the way, if you're watching the stream back and it does dry up, do ignore that last part. Anyway, here we go then for the formation lap then. of the Spanish Grand Prix. This is going to be fantastic. Look, they're all on the wet tyres. And wow, this is Jonathan Cox starting his first ever formation lap on pole position, and this is probably not what he wanted really. He probably wanted a dry race. If you're starting on pole position, Todd, would you have rather had a dry race, judging on Jonathan's qualifying performance?
Yeah, I would hope for a dry race, but obviously with it being on dynamic weather, anything can happen. This is Formula One.
And it usually does as well. 33 laps around then, this Spanish Grand Prix. So let's just take a look at the grid then. 16 cars. 16 cars around here. So Jonathan Cox is on is leading around his first ever pole position in IRC. Fantastic. Not that bad. Championship leader, as we said in qualifying. He is 2 points shy of having the max. Roscoe in 3rd position. Timmy in 4th. That's the 2nd row. Dave is in 5th position and is he's amongst the oh, Dave having awful troubles trying to get that car going. Matt is in 6th position. 7th position is Double. Sven is in 8th position. Wee John is in 9th position. Penny completes the top 10 and he is not in a hurry at all to get the formation lap going. 11th position is Asdog at the moment there. So he's out of position, I feel. As is Snap in 12th position. 13th position is Didymus. 14th position is Physico. Energy Dan is in 15th position, and Super Steve, who again doesn't really care much for the formation lap, is in 16th position. And this is a lovely shot of the start finish straight. So this is what it's going to be. Jonathan comes around. He is 11 seconds in front of not that bad. So I don't think in today's wear it ain't going to make much difference, is it? But he doesn't want. He's going to be sat on the grid for a very long time. Look at that. Oh, we got a lot of cars on the grid then. Right, 33 laps around the Spanish Grand Prix. That is a lot of laps. This is going to be a very long and tiresome race with this rain. And remember, you have to this rain is a skill, is a unique skill. A lot of these drivers will not have practiced in the rain because it hardly rains. But my gosh, it's raining today. And as I quickly get my throat clear, because I have a feeling that the next 33 laps is going to be manic. Oh, lovely shot of the one of my favourite sectors there. So we got yellow flag and free, don't worry about that. Here we go, we got 5 sets of lights, come on. We're gonna go be racing in Spain, and it is go! And it's a very good start for Sven. Oh, there's a crash already. There's a huge crash in the back. That's Alsdog out of the race. Snap is also going to meet. There's an awful car into the back there. Alsdog is out of the race. Jonathan Cox leads into turn 1. Timmy is up in the 3rd position. We got Roscoe from. Roscoe's round. There's a big crash. It's the Red Bull. Oh my goodness. And then Roscoe's going up to he's spinning around now. He's still in the race. I think that's one of the other Red Bulls. It was in carnage. So I got yellow flag and free. Penny is up in the 3rd position. 6th position. We've got both Haas's 5th and 6th man. Jonathan Cox is down to 2nd because Not That Bad takes the lead then of the Spanish Grand Prix then. And Not That Bad is leading the race at the moment. We got Double who's recovering. Snap is damaged from me. Roscoe as well. Penny's off the track. Energy down. It's Simon on the inside. Physical on the outside. He's trying to get himself back on the inside. That's a better traction than taking the car in line here. Oh my gosh, this is getting very perilous as well. We've got a yellow flag somewhere as well. Oh, Energy down is way too I think it was way too
Jonathan's just taken the lead again from Not That Bad. Oh no, That Bad's gone down to 6th.
Oh, Not That Bad's gone down to 6. He has gone down to 6. He's had a bit of an issue there. I wonder if they make contact. We'll have a look at that in a minute. But look at the queue. Yellow flag in 2. That's a puncture for Double. Energy down also making his way back through the field as well. Oh my gosh, it's all going off here. There's damaged cars all over. We've got yellow flag in 2. I think that is Double still. Oh, it's Energy down. Double spun it. He's having issues with those. The punches on the earth are quite harsh. Lap 1 completed. We got a yellow flag in 2. Lap 1 completed. Where is Jonathan? There he is. So look at the gap then. Timmy is up in the 2nd position and Matt is up in the 3rd. 4th is Sven. Brilliant stuff from Sven. Wee John is 5th. Not That Bad is down to 6th. Didymus is in the pits. Oh, look at this. Incredible stuff, Ben. We got 3 guys in the pits. Didymus, Dave and Snap in the pits. We're expecting more people as well. Alsdog is out of the race already. There was a huge start line incident. There's damage on that Ferrari. I wonder if they did make contact. between not that bad and Jonathan. That's gonna hurt him then. That's gonna hurt him then later on in this race then. And their own going after. Oh, that's intermediate tires for Energy Dan then. So he's rolling the dice already then. This race not that bad. Over the fifth. Oh, and we John there having a look at these guys. There's a Haas over the fourth, and we got the yellow flag in 2 and 3 at the moment. Oh my gosh, what was going on there? And he was underneath. Not that bad. Oh, yellow flag in for sector 3 then. Blimey. Oh my gosh.
God, how did we John not get any wing damage then?
I wonder if that was a bit of lag, but oh my gosh, I thought not that bad. It was going to be up in the air. I really thought it was going to be up in the air. Look at this.
I tell you what a brilliant first couple of laps.
Oh, Penny's off as well. He's just recovering. Matt is down to third, but he's wheel to wheel with Sven and Matt. Sven's dropped down to fifth. He's gone wide. Not that bad. It's up in the fourth. Look at this. This is the battle for the lead at the moment. Didymus is David's got in front of Didymus as well. Edge down on the intermediate tires. Double has really struggled. Roscoe's up in the seventh as well in the Red Bull. Roscoe, I've sure had damage there. But look at this then. Jonathan Cox, also a lovely shot. The front wing then as we're coming through to complete lap 2 then. Remember, there's no... Oh, there's going to be no DRS at the moment. As you can see, look at that. We've got a proper splashes, haven't we? As the rain is absolutely coming down. Not that bad. It's up in the fourth end. Both Haas's are 5th and 6th. They are on a great race at the moment. Absolutely fantastic stuff. As up and down the field. This is the closest battle on track at the moment. Jonathan, Timmy, Matt, not that bad. Sven and we John. That is the first 6. And Roscoe is 4 seconds back in 7th position. Physico is in 8th. 9th position Super Steed. Good driver for Super Steed. Penny is down in 10th position. We're keeping it on Energy Dan. He's on the intermediate compound. He's on the intermediate tires. So we're going to see if he's going to if he's made a bold move, or if it's going to pay off then. As I can't get my words out, and we've got 30 more laps to go, this, ladies and gentlemen. Absolutely fantastic stuff. What a way to start the Spanish Grand Prix. And Timmy's gone a bit wide there at the moment then. So yeah, I think there's a bit of wind damage up and down the field then, Todd. Is that going to hurt these guys in these conditions, or doesn't it really matter too much in these wet weather conditions?
It does. If you have wind damage, it does affect your cornering. I found out on Hungary last year. I know it's different, but I lost not that bad. It's just gone wide.
Not bad up in the second though, because I'm wondering if Timmy and Matt just collided with each other or just ran each other wide. But yeah, that's what, because yeah, not that bad. It's me and South back in 7th. Sorry, Todd, carry on.
But yeah, I got wing damage and it really hurt going around the corners. Timmy's got damaged wing, but he's still out there.
Oh my gosh! Sorry to interrupt again, because Penny, and he's hit the wall. He's reversed into the wall there, and Energy Dan is up in the 13th. Remember, he's on the intermediate compound. He's on the intermediate tires. Penny is really struggling in these conditions, then, isn't he? Yeah, that's what the yellow flag's for at the moment. And not the back. Some of the second position. Matt is 3rd. 4th position is Timmy. He's really struggling at the moment. And look at this Sven. He is absolutely flying in these conditions in 5th position at the moment. Jonathan 6th. We got Roscoe 7th, but look who's all over the back of Roscoe. It is Physico. And look at this then, and not Dave has set the fast out of the race. He is flying in these conditions as well. Dave has dropped down to 10th position after the incident he had on the opening lap. There is a massive incident as well, wasn't it? Super Steve is 9th position, Dave 10th, Didymus is 11th for the moment, 12th position is Snap. Energy Dan is 13th on the intermediate tires, remember. Penny is 14th, Double is 15th at the moment. And look at this queue of cars you got here. Jonathan, not that bad, and Matt, they're are now 2 seconds in front of Timmy at the moment. Timmy is having a couple, is going just like last night. We got a three-way battle for the lead, but these conditions are mightily different to what they were last night. Matt's down the entire contact. That is contact, not that bad. It's got contact. It's hit Matt, and unfortunately damaged his front wing. Matt, where is Matt? Matt is recovering now, and Sven is up in the 4th position at the moment, and that might have been a day late and $1 short there from Matt, but but I think the person who's going to be who's damaged his front wing, it is not that bad. Jonathan is now 4 seconds in front, as the chaos behind is absolutely wow. Is he going to come in the pits? He is in the pits, and not that bad is in the pits. Remember, he somehow, I thought he was going in the wall. Then Timmy is back up in the 2nd position. Sven is up in the 3rd. He is flying out there. Matt is in 4th position, but he's gaining on Sven at the moment, and the yellow flag in too. What's happening going on? And there's got what's going on? Oh, it's Penny who's gone off again, and Energy Dan is flying on it. Are we going on? Not bad on the intermediate tyres. Is that the right call, Todd?
I personally wouldn't have changed to the inters just yet, and like I prefer to let Jeff tell me when I need to change my tyres.
Yeah, no, I'm quite surprised, but a lot of them have come into intermediate tyres. Do you reckon they've just been watching Energy Dan? Because Energy Dan has been doing quite well on the intermediate tyres, but I'm quite surprised as the Inter so early on lap 5. But yeah, so not that bad. It's now leading a trio of cars who's on the intermediate tyres. Matt is all over the back there. The rain has actually eased off though, so I'm wondering if it might be a good call. But we'll soon find out, won't we? Yeah, I feel it's very early, but then again, I don't know much at all really. And oh, Timmy's gone wide now. Matt is going to side on the inside. He is through. Timmy is dropping down to 3rd position at the moment in the Mercedes end. So Matt is back up in the 2nd position. Sven is doing a great job, but he is, I think, it's our new rainmaster, isn't he, Sven is? And we, John, I think the harsh drivers would probably want it to rain a bit more often.
Right on the back of DNF Dave right now.
So do you reckon the intermediate tyres are? I think it must be the intermediate tyres must be the way to go, because Jonathan's in the pits. The question is he going to change his front wing? We'll come back to the move, because look at this, just as Todd said, look at it, they're all over the bag of each other. And Matt is taking the lead. He hasn't come in the pits, nor has Sven either. So Jonathan is in the pits on the intermediate tyres, and John is up in the 3rd position. Fantastic stuff. Look at this, not that bad. It's all over the back, all over the gearbox of Dave. And look at this, Dave is really struggling. He's in the pits. Oh, and no, David is out. David's out of the Spanish Grand Prix. I'm wondering if not that bad.
No,
I think that not that bad was I think he must have I think that it was very slight contact, wasn't it, between not that bad and Dave, and I think because of that, I think that kind of just tipped Dave into the wall, and that's a big blow for Dave. He is out of the Spanish Grand Prix on lap 5. That is a big blow for Dave. It was just the wrong place at the wrong time. Jonathan Cox is now 13 points behind John. Then we're going to keep an eye on that at the moment. Then, so we've got 2 returns already. We've got Asdog, and we have lost Dave as well in this frantic opening a couple of laps. And yellow flag in Wern. What's going on in Wern? We'll have a look now. As I'm wondering who that is. As a Penny is and everyone is now on the intermediate tyres part from the front rear at the moment. Matt leads. Sven is 2nd. Sven is matching him from stripe to stripe. Oh, Sven is well breaking himself out into turn 10, I think it is. As oh my gosh, absolutely fantastic stuff in the opening series. This is whenever the opening bout of the Spanish Grand Prix. As you can see, we're just giving on the intervals at the moment. What are the front 3 going to do? Is are they just going to try and go from wets all the way to slicks? Oh, that would be a very bold move. I'm not sure if that will happen, to be honest.
Race leaders in.
So Matt is in the pits then. So it's Sven. And it's John's going to have to stay out, isn't he? Because remember, John and Sven are both in the same team. And is that correct? Is John stayed out?
Yeah, John's taken the lead.
John has taken the lead for the first time in his IRC career. So John is leading the lap here at the Spanish Grand Prix. Not that bad. Set the fast off the race, and it's now. I wonder, and he is now up into 2nd. So a good recovery drive from not that bad there. So I feel that the wing change really played into his hands there, and he is now up into fantastic the 3rd position there. Roscoe is 4th. 5th position is Physico. Matt is 6th position, but look who's right behind Matt. It's 4th. It's Timmy. He's going to go on the outside in turn 3. No, not quite there. It's the rain as he's off. Got a yellow flag in 2. What's going on? We'll have a look in a minute as Davis joined us in the commentary box then, and hopefully we'll have a break and play in a minute, because this is absolutely fantastic start to this frantic Spanish Grand Prix. As Timmy there on the he's just touching Matt there, just kind of shoving through the corner. Jonathan is all over the back of John. John, as we said, is leading the race for the first time in his RC career. Dave, unfortunate man. We've seen it looks like they're not that bad, just a slight touch, and he kind of just pushed you into the wall there.
Yeah, I don't think he knew I was pitting, unfortunately. I was 1 lap too long on the wets. It's a shame, because I was really enjoying the wet conditions. I got caught up behind. Oh! Not that bad. Should take, or they're merging on my screen. Not that bad on John. I don't know what that was about.
we had that earlier, by blimey.
Oh.
I sound like I was in the opera, and it's not that bad. Then as I think John might have a bit of lag going on there, but he's in the pits now. Yeah, I feel it's just a wrong place, wrong time there. That was so unlucky though, wasn't it?
It was annoying. I made a good start, and Ross hit Timmy, and he sort of got sideways at turn 1, straight into me, so I lost my front wing. That was again wrong place, wrong time, and then got a fresh set of wets on. I was flying. Fastest lap, and then yeah, 1 lap too long on inters, and not that bad. I think clipped me and put me in the wall.
So shame. I'm quite surprised I put you in the wall, because it was the minute of touches, but it was the momentum, wasn't it, which just sent you off there. As yeah, so I feel that might be going down as a racing incident, but
yeah, it's not these conditions. I don't think he knew I was pitting this lap either, or that lap at the time. So it's just, yeah, wrong place, wrong time, all race pretty much.
It's such a shame as well, because as you were saying earlier on the wet tyres, you just looked absolutely phenomenal out there.
I was loving it. Yeah, felt so comfortable. I just wish I'd pitted for inters when everyone else did, but I was confident, but well.
Oh yeah, my heart goes out to you, man. And but apart from that though, congratulations as well. Whilst you're in the comms box, congratulations on becoming a father. Absolutely fantastic stuff.
Congratulations.
And you too, mate. You too.
Thank you very much, mate.
Same day as well.
Amazing, mate, isn't it?
That's amazing, mate. Absolutely amazing. We were on the same day as well, I think.
Yeah, I think it was exactly the same day. Yeah.
I wish you and your partner all the best, Dave.
Yeah, you too, mate. Thank you, boys.
No worries, mate. But I'm happy for the race, though, man.
Yeah, one of those things. Wrong place, wrong time.
I was going to say it happens to the best of us, you know.
Yeah, it happens a lot.
Especially for me as well, mate. I've had a load of DNF this year.
Yeah, it's just it doesn't become surprising anymore.
I think I should change my name to DNF Pro Gorilla, I think.
Oh yeah, Steve Penny's off again.
Yeah, Steve Penny's really struggling in these conditions at the moment. But yeah, definitely, I thought it was a good opportunity to congratulate you, Dave. And to be honest, so we've had 2 new dads at the party in the comms box tonight, and that's absolutely fantastic stuff. And that's as much as this race has been absolutely fantastic today, I think, and that's a highlight. So congratulations to you both. Awesome stuff.
Oh, by the way, it's going to dry up in 10 minutes. The radio was saying when I crashed.
Oh, brilliant stuff. So we're going to have all
the information day.
Yep, dry conditions very shortly.
Oh, excellent
I think not that bad. Looks like he's caught up Jonathan Cox as well.
Yeah, he's looking very quick at the moment. Could we get your prediction on the race then? Because now it's to go to dry up. Who do you think they're not that bad? It's just going to scamper away in the dry conditions. It'll be a Jonathan Cox.
Not that bad.
Amazing.
Jonathan Cox, Ross, Timmy may get fist in the dry conditions. Sven's doing a fantastic job behind Matt.
He is. I was saying that he's the new ringmaster there. He was looking very good. Both half stars were right up there. It was brilliant to see. And if it did dry up, where do you think you would have been able to come?
Fastest lap.
Oh, if it was dry, I'm so confident I would have got a top 5 again. I know I would have made my way back up. The car felt amazing. The qualifying was going really well. I had speed. I had the top 5 speed.
Oh,
but, there was quite a bit of field spread. There was like little battles, but sort of spread out. So I was in the top 5, sort of clung, but well.
Unfortunately. But hopefully, but you did get off the mark in Azerbaijan. And talking of Azerbaijan, the next week is Monaco. How are you feeling about that one?
Yeah, again, it's like Baku. It's a complete look fest. Just keeping it out the barriers, isn't it?
Well, talking of keeping out the barriers there, Diddy must have
snapped. Diddy.
Blimey. Wheel stuff.
Contact. Front wing for Snap gone.
Oh, that is a big shame for Snap there. That was a bit aggressive there from Diddy Mus, wasn't it? Blimey.
Yeah, they're both in the same chat party as well.
Oh, really?
Both Dutch.
Oh, that's going to be interesting. Excellent stuff. Amazing stuff from both drivers there. But I felt that was probably a bit strong arms there from Diddy Mus in the Alfa Romeo. But yeah, that's good. We'll be interested to hear what's going on in that party right now. And,
I think Snap's he's been in the walls as well.
Yeah, it's Snap as well. Could I get your opinion on Snap actually? Because I must admit I've been singing his praises throughout the beginning of the season, and I feel that he's been unlucky, as has Asdog and as has Roscoe at the moment in terms of the championship position. But he is a very strong driver on here, isn't he? He's just
everyone's improved. Look at Sven, Super Steel, Energy Dan are doing a great job. The pack is so close. It's a good result comes down to people's track preferences now. Like good tracks for some and not for others. But there's not anything between anyone. Everybody's at a really good caliber at the moment. Even Double's massively improved as well. Everyone's doing an absolutely fantastic job. We've had one incident reported in the first four races. It says it all, really.
It does. It's absolutely clean driving, hasn't it? Really, up and down the field.
On the whole, yeah.
It's been absolutely fantastic stuff. And to be honest, even though it looks like they're not that bad, as we were saying about the stats in qualifying, about not that bad, literally it's 2 points away from full house. To be honest, I don't think that really represents the whole season, to be honest, because action galore in the first 5 races, and this race has been phenomenal. Yeah. So
this is far from done. Timmy's catching fifth, not that bad, right up behind Jonathan. I think Ross should be safe one for a third. But Energy Dan's catching Sven. There's a lot of little good battles brewing out there, especially when they come in for slicks.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to that as well. Of course, we're one further race through this race already. Incredible stuff. And as Dave said, it is drying up, and you can tell it's drying up now, can't you? We can see that a dry line.
That's what everyone does. So do they go on to mediums and hold it out for the rest of the race? So do they go on the hards or softs? So what strategy now? If it dries up now, is going to be fascinating. Will they one stop it or two stop it again?
Ooh, what tires would you go on, Dave? Would you go for more aggressive strategy?
Hard till the end.
And
hard. You take about 3 laps to get them warmed up properly, and then they're a good tyre around here.
Also, and in qualifying as well, because we was debating about the track conditions in qualifying, a lot of people were struggling on grip. And was the track temperature just cool? Was
massively, massive. Q1 was horrible. Q1 even on softs felt dreadful. Yeah, it was a cold track. Got so many drivers out. Fissy got caught out. Timmy and Super Steve had a crash as well, I think. They got caught out. It was the Q1 was dreadful.
When Sean was talking about it, I actually said that the track could be greasy as well, which is not.
It felt greasy. It felt very green anyway. It did feel green out there, but I think we had four. Didymus retired as well. Got caught out. So did we. Well, not Wee John. Someone else. Wee John spun it but didn't retire. But yeah, qualifying was really, really tricky.
It was, and we're just before we continue on this amazing conversation, let's just quickly go to the comments. And Willow just said that Asdog crashed. Yeah, unfortunately crashed at the start. Now I'm not really sure what happened at the start line incident. But
Double didn't get away.
Oh, he didn't get away.
Double didn't move, and Asdog crashed straight in the back of him. Caught so many drivers out.
Oh dear, and I'm sure that I think Double and Asdog are usually in the same party, so that would have been interesting to hear.
Yeah, Asdog had a rough run of it. He's been so quick.
He has indeed, hasn't he? He was in Australia. Him and Roscoe had one of the most spectacular crashes you'll ever see, and that's such a shame because they were running second and third. And again, it's just unfortunate, isn't it, for us? Because remember, he won his first ever race in China last season, didn't he? And I was expecting this season for him to really kick on. It's kind of.
Oh, in Australia as well.
He did, didn't he? He was absolutely flying.
Yeah, he's had an unfortunate, again, wrong place, wrong time for him.
Sorry, gentlemen, to butt in, but I'm gonna have to disappear.
Yeah, not a problem, mate. Thank you for joining.
John's off at turn 1.
Oh, Dave, enjoy your time with your little one, mate, and your wife.
Thank you, mate. You too.
And I'll definitely be in the box Wednesday, Sean.
Yeah, not a problem, mate. Yeah, of course. As I said, there's a lot more important things in life, so no worries. Snap it.
Good luck to everyone, and Jonathan Cox for the win.
Excellent stuff. I love it when he does the sound effect. Yeah, that's a very early call, isn't it? I'm not sure if that's going to work really, but I like a tryer.
I don't think the DRS. See you later, buddy.
See you later, mate.
I don't think the DRS activation enabled being. Oh, and he's crossed up all over the place. Turn 2, that looks horrible.
That is. No, that's going to be a very interesting outlap there.
Oh, and again.
Yeah, it's unfortunately it just gets worse and worse as the slower you get, the less tire temperature you get, which means the less grip, isn't it? And then you're just going to get slower and slower. For it's a
the bizarre thing is, if you're going straight on, like surely you want to be going straight to soft tires. More grip in these conditions if you're going to go onto slicks. Odd decision to go straight on the mediums. He's about to be lapped by Jonathan Cox as well.
Yeah, so Jonathan's got to be very careful here, hasn't he? Because of course with Snap on the dry tires, he's got to be very wary just in case Snap loses control as well. And to be honest, not that bad. It's been eaten in very slowly to Jonathan Cox's lead at the moment. We got another battle royale at the top. Whoa, Jonathan Cox there! Look at that! What a slide! Nice. Incredible stuff. As we're coming up to lap 15 now. This race has been absolutely fantastic stuff. Oh, Jonathan's gone very wide.
Snap! So Snap's struggling now, and this is the tricky part to lap any overtake, let alone lap. I wonder if Snap will. Well, this is going to be a really awkward. I think Snap's just going to find a little gap there.
That's very good from Snap.
Well done, Snap.
Oh,
Roscoe can't be far away.
DRS has been enabled, hasn't it?
Has Snap got it right then?
I know Jonathan's in straight away. As is not that bad then. So Snap was probably just a day late and $1 short there, which is a bit of a shame there. But he will have his tyres warmed up now, which surely will give him a great advantage.
What tyres do they go on? Are they going to go on hards to the end? Snap's Fissy's in. The Snap goes on.
Oh, they're all on.
Timmy may have to queue.
Did you see on the Timmy there? It looks like he just got reset when he was in the pit, and that's going to lose him a second or two.
And he may have to wait for the Mercedes pit crew to recover. Matt stayed out, by the way. Matt stayed out.
Yeah, Matt stayed out when he was on the wet tires as well. I feel that might cost him again because
mediums. Sven's pitted. Mediums on hards for Timmy. Those tyres are going to be horrible to be on in these conditions. Horrible tyres to be on. Ooh. And Timmy got held up as well behind his teammate. Not that bad when they were trying to get the right tyres out. That's not work.
Oh, sorry. And Energy Dan has been on 13 laps on those medium compound tyres, so he's going to, on those intermediate, so they're going to be quite horrible to run as well, especially in these conditions. But yeah, you're right there, and the medium and hard tyres are going to be very difficult, aren't they, to warm up, so it's going to be interesting to see.
Jonathan Cox right behind Matt, and nearly made contact. Matt's really struggling with intermediates. It's definitely slick conditions, and up the inside, for the lead goes Jonathan Cox. Matt is struggling horribly. He may lose a place to Sven.
Oh yes, and again, Matt staying out there probably a lap too long, but he will have a lap younger tires towards the end. Is that going to be the difference in this race? But
Sven and Energy Dan and Sven have made contact, and Energy Dan's gone round he goes. Can he keep it out the wall?
Oh no, he doesn't.
Well done, just.
Oh, he has it.
Yeah. Oh, and there's a McLaren off in the background as well. Look like Steve Penny ran wide. That may save Matt from getting overtaken by Sven, because Sven was stuck behind Energy Dan.
Oh, and Energy Dan's gone off there. There's all sorts going on between Energy Dan and Super Steve, and
Penny's on the old track.
I'm for the old configuration as well. He's got a 10-second penalty for that. I'm not sure about that. I just remember sorting the wounds there.
Matt going hard as well. Where's Sven? Timmy's done him. Sven's done him. And he's on the mediums, so Sven will probably have to pit again.
And luckily for
he did well to stretch those tyres out.
And luckily for us, and again Super Steve has gone into the wall, into the pit lane now, and unfortunately he's also been reset as well. But luckily for Matt, there's a huge gap between 7th and 8th at the moment. So yeah, this is going to be interesting to see then if it's going to pay dividends. Penny has left the session there.
Penny, I think, has given up the ghost. This will put Snap back into play for a possible point or two.
Yes, that was a very good call from Snap, isn't it? He's half a minute behind Didymus, but they are still in the pits.
Look at the queue for 9th place. Steve, Dan, Didymus, and double back marker, isn't he? He's a lap down.
Yeah, double in the mix as well. Together. And Snap getting the fastest
lap. And look, he's put himself back in contention for a point here.
Good call from Snap.
Because that big queue is just ahead of him.
So Super Steve is in 9th position, but Energy Dan is in 10th. We got Didymus in 11th position. Snap is Dave said is in up in the 12th now, only 7 seconds back at the moment. Penny unfortunately out of the race, and double in 14th at the moment, just trying to get out of the way. Ooh, so this is going to be a great battle, isn't it, between 9th, 10th,
I'll tell you
11th?
what's interesting. Jonathan Cox has got a 3-second lead on Not That Bad, and Roscoe has got within 2 seconds of Not That Bad. Roscoe coming into his tyres, and in fact he's only, what, 4 seconds off the lead. So the front three have all closed up.
Oh, an energy down on a bit of wild lens there. I think that was very wild there.
3-second time penalty. Wow, and Didymus going off from Sisyphe in the background and got a penalty. Snap is going to be making big hay on these.
He is indeed. To be honest, these penalties on this game, do you think are a bit harsh, especially Steve Penny? Because I thought that was very unjust. Because he was
like
just...
that. Yeah, that's tough go. Penny's AI eventually fits into slicks. John's got a... Oh, Super Steve's glitching horrible.
He is, isn't he? He's like kind of like doing the moonwalk across the track there, isn't he? But energy down there is gaining. He's on the medium tyres, and Snap again is another 3 seconds quicker than as fast as that before. And
Didymus has gone on straight on at turn 1 nearly ran into the back of Super Steve. Oh, he's got round, he's off!
Oh, and he's reversing back on the track. Oh, blimey.
Oh, now he's damaged his front wing. And that put Snap to 11th. What a shame for Diddy, because Diddy was... he had a good view of that battle in front of him.
Snap is now within 4 seconds of Super Steed, and that's just showing getting the tires up to temperature right away for Snap. He is just really in. He's got the momentum on his side now, hasn't he? And he's really gaining over Super Steed hand over fist at the moment. Fantastic. I think the Snap there.
Me. I think I would have gone softs and then mediums. You know, got 7 good laps out the softs and then gone straight onto the mediums, or the other way around. Maybe the medium drivers will go onto the softs at the end. Those hards will go to the end, but it's not a quick tyre. And Sven's now caught Timmy for 5th place. What a race from Sven.
Sven is loving this track, isn't he? To be honest, I was singing the praises of Timmy after Baku, because he was looking phenomenal there, wasn't he? Got a podium in his first ever podium in his second race.
He did. That's been one of the back markers, I think.
And just taking a quick look, and Penny's AI is just cruising around at the moment. So yeah,
that's DRS for Not That Bad though, or should be. Oh no, sorry, the last sector. Sorry, I thought we were going up to the middle sector.
And we're only on lap 18 out of 33.
1 second off a point.
Snap is really...
Snap's done it. Snap's made the ground up. So pitting early and that bold call is Not That Bad fastest lap. Roscoe's now dropped back. But Fissy, what a race from Fissy. Started what, 13th?
He was near. I think it was 14th or 15th. Yeah, he was 14th at the end, wasn't he? After the incident in qualifying Q1. Did you see the incident from Fizzy, by the way? To be honest, it's one of those.
I saw it on the screen.
It's one of those incidents where you feel a bit rubbish about it, but it's but it's really easy to do, isn't it? Especially in the tricky conditions in Q1.
That little uphill hit. He's caught many drive out, but he's paying for it. Straight the back's kept him out of trouble. He's come through. And
oh my
Snap's
god!
Got Super Steve.
Oh, and he's got a 3 second
penalty. He's now got a penalty to compound his misery. So snapping the points. Only 4.7 down Energy Dan.
And I've got to say, I've got to pay homage to all these drivers at the moment. It's been a very difficult race, from heavy rain to intermediate conditions to dry tyres, and everyone has got through almost unsafely. Unfortunately for you, Dave, it was just unfortunate timing, and Azdog as well. But apart from that, that's been absolutely phenomenal driving from up and down the field. So I just confirms just how good. And Didymus is back in the pits then, and got a yellow flag out there at the moment. I'm not sure. I think it's on the pit straight.
Snap's past Energy Dan has been off. Snap's past him.
Snap is absolutely flying.
The Energy Dan made a mistake in turn 1, and Snap's got past him. Nice for Snap.
I know, he's loving life for those medium compound tyres at the moment. Harry in the comments has just said that Snappy will have to pit again, which I presume that's exactly what he's saying.
Though. And Sven, but what tyres they put on? If I was them, I'd go with the softs. They're going to pit with 6-7 laps to go. The softs can go 8 laps. So they're going to have some. So fastest laps up for grabs for like Snap, Sven, and Energy Dan.
And remember, you have to be in the top 10 to get a point for the fastest lap. And at the moment, the fastest lap has more or less been on a not that bad side, hasn't it? Of course, he's had 2 fastest laps in the first 4 races. Absolutely phenomenal stuff from not that bad. And he's only
1.5 behind Jonathan Cox now.
He is indeed. He's now starting to put the pressure on Jonathan as well. But I think that Jonathan is loving this circuit, though, isn't he? He's looking phenomenal around here. Really interested to see how that one goes.
Yeah, he said last week he felt good. He felt confident for this one. But not that bad. He's really catched him quite quickly. Another fastest lap. Not that bad. Turning it all up now. A look at their telemetry. Not that bad. Has a lot more errs than Jonathan Cox.
He has, and he's saving his errors as well, isn't he? He's got the momentum on his side, hasn't he? Not that bad at the moment. So
yeah,
Jonathan's. I wonder how Jonathan's going to react then to all this pressure coming from, but not that bad. And to be honest, anyone would be intimidated by not that bad, especially from the race he's done this season. I remember not that bad has had a very difficult race, and yet he has ended up second. Absolutely phenomenal stuff from not that bad, really. Because remember, he damaged his front wing on Matt, and then but I think that really was kind of a blessing in disguise, really, because that was when he came in for the intermediate tires, so very well timed. And look at the traffic in front of Jonathan Cox there. We've got double, we've got Super Steve, and double getting on the way there. Of course, double a very experienced driver, isn't he? So he's very sensible as well. Double as a Super
Jonathan being held up though by Super Steve. Oh, well done. Where's not that bad gone?
Oh my gosh! He's damaged the front wing.
Wow.
Is it not that bad damage his front wing? I think he has, hasn't he?
Yes, he has. End plate's gone. Yeah, I wonder where he'd gone. So Super Steve, who's glitching all over the place, has caused a problem there. Will he pit?
He has to. Oh, what a shame.
Yes, he is. We're going to get a new winner.
Oh, that is a big...
Mediums.
Do you reckon he'll go medium top? He'll have to, would he? Because there's 11 laps to go.
Gotta be mediums. Surely.
You're exactly right. Oh, that's and Physico is going to be on the podium.
Yeah. This is where is Fizzy? Here he comes. He's in traffic, but Steve Penny's goes. Timmy's going to get him as well. I'll tell you what, Timmy may get him.
Oh, it's a long pit lane down here, and Sven might be in there as well. So yeah, so that is a big blow from him about at this stage of the this stage race. And I think Matt's in front.
Sven will not be an easy man to pass. Matt's.
Well, that's a Alfa Romeo, isn't it? Didymus there, who's on the soft compound tyres.
Diddy's on softs, yeah. So Diddy's on a new set of softs.
So yeah, Didymus is going to be lightning at this stage of the race. Then, what a blow there for not that bad though. I must feel for him really. To be honest, it is sometimes a bit unacceptable, isn't it, to get damage from a back marker? But it's very difficult sometimes in races like this. But do you feel that's inexcusable, or do you think that it was just bad luck?
There's a lot of bad luck going around today.
Yeah.
Not that bad. I don't know. I didn't see it. I didn't see what happened there. But he's now going to show his worth.
Oh, we got energy down. And that's he looks like Drake. He's hit the pit lane. He's right in the middle of the track, and Super Steve.
Hit the pit wall. He's back into the pit wall.
Oh, what a shame. And of course, we've seen that yesterday in the Elite League as well. It's very easily done around here, and we've also seen a couple of guys clip the pit wall as well.
Of course, a safety car. I can't believe that's not a safety car.
Yeah, I know. I'm absolutely astonished at that, because that was parked right in the middle of the track. Diddy must completely missing the chicane there. So yeah, energy down out of the race.
Not that bad past Sven before he got to the DRS zone.
So yeah, not that bad. It's now on a charge now. How high can he get up with just 11 laps to go then? Timmy is his next target in the sister Mercedes. Then we've got Physico in third position. So probably third position, probably his target. Do you reckon? I think Roscoe is probably too far in front for second position. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, Ross will be comfortable in second. Fissy's got Timmy catching him pretty quickly. Not that bad. They're all going to close up very, very soon. Timmy's taking a lot of time out of Fissy now.
Yes, indeed, and they're on the same age of tyre at the moment, isn't he? So Timmy obviously liking these track needs a lot better than Physico, but as you said, Dave, Physico's drove phenomenal races, and they're down in 14th position, avoided the carnage, and is really showing his experience, isn't it? Today, of course, he's 6th in the championship at the moment, and a very solid start to the season, and this is probably his best race of the season so far. But he's got two Mercedes that have really hunted him down now with just 9 laps to go in this outstanding Spanish Grand Prix. Fantastic. We've had 2 great Spanish Grand Prix this week. Of course, in the Elite League last night, we had a freeway battle for the lead, and here tonight, we've had all sorts of weather conditions. We've had all 4 seasons. Not that bad. It's set at 120.7. That's going to be a very difficult time to beat, isn't it? Even with yeah, I think that is, isn't it? Even with the likes of Snap and going on to the soft compound,
yeah, I can't see that time being beat. That's impressive. 2.1 now between Timmy and Fissy. Not that bad, hunting them both down. There's still a podium, still 3rd place, more than up for grabs, so not that bad.
To be honest, though, I feel that not that bad would be very unhappy with what happened today, especially with the lap runners. I think a win might have been stolen from not that bad, but from a sporting content. Physico's got
Fissy penalty.
And he's just lapped to Super Steed at the moment. That's an interesting place to get a penalty, isn't it? The fast turn 9. He must have ran wide then.
No, how he must have ran wide, but he was just lapping Steve, who's glitching horribly.
Oh, that's a car! It's Timmy! Timmy's off the track!
Oh wow!
That's where Physico went off in qualifying there. So oh dear, so that's made not that bad's life a lot easier. Blimey. Ooh.
Okay, well not that bad. He's getting the rub of the green here.
Yeah, I think it's
Timmy pits. He damaged his front wing. Timmy pits. The hards cannot be 9 laps. They have plenty of wear left in them.
And Sven's in the pits as well. So both
Sven now soft. Yeah, soft tyres now. Timmy just had enough of those tyres. Unless he flat spotted him badly in an instant there, but that's bizarre.
That's basically thrown away 5th position, really, hasn't it? Yellow flag on because Didymus is out. So Didymus is out.
Turn 2, I think. That's where he crashed in quali.
To be honest, there are a couple of corners where the rear end can get very floaty, can it? And
yeah, he's done it. At turn 2, if you get on the gas too early, the camber spins right. Is exactly what's happened. Yeah, get on the gas too early, camber turns you around straight in the wall. Timmy could challenge not that bad for the fastest lap. And with 13-second gap, with 8 laps to go, can he do a Hamilton and Verstappen in Hungary and catch Matt and pass him?
I think that's where our focus is going to be. Wee John is doing an absolutely fantastic race today. He is on course to get some more points. Because remember, he scored some points in Baku a week ago. Yeah, a week ago. So Wee John doing a great job again today. This is going to be fantastic towards the closing stages of this Spanish Grand Prix. Of course, as Dave said, we've got Timmy who's going to be on some qualifying laps at the moment. Matt who's on the hard compound tire, done 9 laps on the hard compound tire, not that bad. And Didymus has left the session. Unfortunately, Double is up to 11th now. So after all,
Steve's up to 10th after all his jumping about, and he's pitting.
So
he's getting a hard got front wing damage, doesn't he?
Yeah,
it's like Steve's got front wing damage.
And I also have to say, Double had a puncture on the opening lap, really. Punctures are very harsh on this game, isn't it? You lose almost a lap when you're trying to come in the pits with a puncture.
Yeah, he got a puncture from Marathon, fanning in the back of him, I think. That's where that's come about.
So, yeah, Double doing a good recovery drive at the moment, but unfortunately he is still quite a long way behind Super Steve, so I doubt you.
This is about to be passed, I think, but not that bad. I wonder how hard he'll fight this.
It's his full podium, isn't it? To be honest, I must admit I'd fight it quite hard because I love to be on the podium. But yeah, I think Physico's gone a bit wide there.
He's got a penalty as well, hasn't he? I was pushing not that bad hard when I was an intermediate. So I was not giving up that bad and easy ride at all. I wanted to race him. Unfortunately, it bit me in the arse because we made contact. He completely messed up the final chicane.
Yeah,
it bit me in the arse. It was not a bad clip me in the wall, but this will be done here. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, he lost all the momentum doing that final chicane, that Mickey Mouse chicane, and yeah, not that bad there. Just breezing by then on the start finish straight, and he is now in the 3rd position. Then 12 seconds away from Roscoe. We're keeping on the time, and yeah, Double just said.
Timmy now 12 behind Matt. It's going to be touching. No, Matt doing a good job. Snap. That's a harsh penalty. I don't get these penalties. Just round wide, Snap, and got a penalty for that. It's hard. Snap's pitted, by the way. He's now also on the soft in 9th place. So come back to Snap.
we got a great duel then. 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, and 10th are all on the soft compound tires, so we're going to expect some qualifying laps from those guys. So it'll be interesting to see if they can beat Not That Bad's lap, which to be honest is quite formidable anyway, isn't it? So it's going to be difficult to. Do you think it's out of reach, or do you reckon that someone can steal that away?
I think if they were going to do it, they would have done it by now. Timmy's ERS is in 1, so he's saving energy. I think with the freshness of these softs, the best lap be now. It'll be now or never for these guys on softs for the fastest lap. But Timmy's the man you suspect would do it, but again, he's saving energy. He's in 1, so he has now within 11 seconds of Matt. That gap is coming down quickly.
It is, isn't it? So Matt's going to feel the pressure now. I must admit,
also saving energy.
I must admit, it's quite hard. Not that bad though. He's just showing his pace, isn't he? Again, a 120.6. Really.
Laps now.
I must admit, there's a real bad feeling, isn't it, where you have a fast rider like behind you catching up. It's so much pressure, isn't it? I remember back in Baku last year, I had Matt close me down, and I was more focused on the gap behind rather than my race alone. I crashed in the castle section, so yeah.
We've all done it, mate.
As yeah, we're just watching Timmy at the moment, and as he's gaining on Matt and hand over fist. Oh, this is going to be very good. It's going to be touch and go. He is, and both Haas drivers are very good drivers. I think both those guys. Wee John was leading the race earlier on. Both Haas drivers are looking.
Outing for him so far.
It is indeed a very good drivers from both of them. I think we've got a couple of rain masters, aren't we, in the American team? A brilliant showing earlier on the race.
Absolutely.
Fantastic stuff. We're on lap 29.
Snap getting all crossed up. Thankfully for Not That Bad again, he gets away with it. Doesn't run into the back of Snap. 10-2. I don't think that's going to be doable. Roscoe is very quick around here as well. He was right on the pace of Not That Bad in qualifying, so I cannot see that gap. Timmy and Bill and Matt 9.6. Cannot. So Timmy's got his ERS in 1 all the way around except for the start finish straight where I think he waxed onto hot lap.
Yeah, this track can be very. This track can be very harsh on the ERS, can it? Of course, the very long start and finish straight.
Yeah.
So
very harsh ERS and fuel.
Even if we have a bit of rain in the beginning, which of course kind of can help with the ERS, but yeah, it still can be. It's a very harsh track indeed, isn't it? Lap 29 out of 33 there as we come into the closing stages of the Spanish Grand Prix. Jonathan Cox is not far away from a fantastic win here in Spain. Roscoe doing a great job in second one. Not that bad at having a recovery drive. Physico, surely he's definitely my driver today, and he'll probably get the vote of the other drivers as well. Fantastic stuff. Matt in 5th at the moment. He is feeling a bit of pressure from Timmy in 6th position. Sven and Wee John 7th and 8th. Fantastic stuff. Snap a great recovery drive as well. 9th position, the first man to go on the dry tyres. He looked like he was more of Mystic Meg, wasn't he there? Somehow he called that down.
He's catching Wee John very quickly. Just notice his gap coming down to Wee John is now, it was 15, it's now down 9.6, so that could be something to keep an eye on with the last 3 laps.
And yeah, so Snap again, and Snap as I kept saying in all 5 races so far, he has very good pace. Snap does. I feel that the points doesn't show his true pace, and but Snap doing a great job once again. 9th position, Super Steve, all his trials and tribulations, and he's in 10th at the moment. Double is 11th position, and retirements is Steve Penny, Didymus, Energy Dan, unfortunately Dave, and Asdog. So those are retirements then. But brilliant stuff indeed. Oh, fantastic! Blimey.
I don't think Timmy's going to do it. Timmy's still conserving his energy. Timmy's Sven pits.
Oh, that's interesting. Well, he's only done 4 laps on those soft compound tires. Well, he has got
softs again for the fastest lap. He's got lots of ERS. If he's running in 0 ERS, no front wing, I think he's going for a fastest lap here. He can go into a hot lap all the way around this next lap. He won't lose a place.
No, he won't. That's a very good call from Sven as well, and that'll be his first fast lap of his career. So yeah, Sven, they're going into quality mode now. So this will be this is going to be very.
Turning it all up. His fuel's fine. So Sven for the fastest lap. Snap now 7-8 behind Wee John. Maybe run out of laps.
Ooh,
I think barring any crashes, this is going to be our positions. I think
it is. They're all a bit spread out now, aren't they? As hopefully it's got calm now. And could I have your opinion, if that's all right, Dave, on the remainder of the season? Then it's very hard to look past, and not that bad in terms of.
Not that bad, I think is. I think not that bad. And Jonathan Cox, Oscar does not want to do that. That now puts the gap down to 5 seconds. That's going to be interesting. Not that bad. And Jonathan Cox, I think, are going to be a 1-2. Behind them, Matt is another good result, top 5. That'll keep him second in the championship, or possibly third. But behind them, there's an absolute dogfight in the midfield. There's nothing to anyone else. I'm looking forward to the rest of the season, that's for sure.
Definitely, and of course we will be live next Wednesday and Thursday, of course, for the Monaco Grand Prix, the jewel in the crown of the calendar. So I'm really looking forward to that one. It's usually chaos. I remember last year it was chaos, absolutely phenomenal race. So I'm really looking forward to that one. So we got a really good races coming. We've got Monaco, then we got Canada. That's one of my personal favourites. I love Canada. And then of course we go to the French Grand Prix before Austria and Britain. That's an amazing set of Grand Prix, isn't it, coming up?
Yeah, so, getting good tracks now. Getting to my favourite sort of tracks now.
More the traditional tracks, isn't it? More the old school fan tracks, isn't it? I like to say.
Yeah, we like those. None of this Baku and China rubbish. Bahrain.
And now Jonathan Cox is on his second to last lap. Roscoe then is put himself under a bit of pressure there, but as Dave said, he's still got a bit of breathing space at the moment. But
he should be all right, Ross. He should be all right. Sven's absolutely going for the fastest lap. It'll be now or never for Sven, because he's run his Urs ragged. I think he had his Urs in Hotmail. In hot lap, in his out lap for some reason. He should be resting it there as well. But this will be interesting as he does it. Jonathan Cox is catching him as well. Things might just get interesting here.
It's and just in front is a racing point as well of
Steve, glitchy Steve.
Yeah, so you've got to be very careful there. I'll stay well away from that racing point if I was Jonathan Cox or Sven there. As now Sven has got through, and Super Steve also getting out of the way as well, so good stuff there. But Jonathan Cox, I haven't really got much to worry about on this final out there, 12 seconds in front of
well, you say that, he's behind well done Sven. I thought Sven was going for another fastest lap, but he's let him go.
Yeah, nicely done from Sven there. To be honest, I would have gone for faster lap, but very nicely done indeed there from Sven then. But I think you're right, Dave. These are the finishing positions. But we've had all 4 seasons here in Spain tonight. Tonight, absolutely amazing. From heavy rain to just a bit of sprinkling, and to beautiful sunshine as we finish off the final couple of laps. And here in the final lap here in Spain, we've been joined by the two new fathers of Dave and Todd. There, it's been great to have both our companies tonight. I've been absolutely.
I've been racing, but.
Yeah, I know. It's unfortunate for David. To us, it was wrong place, wrong time for Dave there. But we will see Dave's back in Monaco. I hope you will be in Monaco next week. Excellent stuff. And
well done, Jonathan. Cracking race.
Absolutely superb stuff for Jonathan there. And even when not that bad, was just over a second behind him. He didn't falter. And Jonathan Cox wins the Spanish Grand Prix. Fantastic stuff. And you can see he's just like Sven there.
7th place as well. That was dominant from Jonathan Cox.
And Roscoe coming home to finish second.
That will cost Snap. That will cost Wee John 8th place. Ooh. That penalty is going to cost Wee John 8th place, I think.
I know.
Snap now within 3. Oh, would it?
It's going to be. It has. Snap up into 8th. Good time there from Snap. Not that bad finish. Just for in the end. Physical. A great drive to full. Fantastic stuff.
Fantastic drive.
And Matt coming through to finish 5th in the end. Timmy probably had a bit too much to do there. The gap only went down to 7.6 in the end. Matt coming through to finish 5th in the end. I think he'll be quite happy with that. Not that bad after session. I feel that he might be a bit disappointed with today's result. And Timmy finished 6th.
Timmy won as well. I think Timmy probably going by qualifying had the pace for podium as well.
And Jonathan is showing his inner Italian spirit here. Grazie. For Ferrari. That's my Italian. Brilliant stuff from Jonathan Cox there on top of the podium. Absolutely fantastic. And yeah, as you can see, those three there on the podium now. I'm wondering if that might be the top three for the championship, really, because I think in terms of form, absolutely phenomenal stuff.
I think looking at it, looking at your top two certainly for the championship right there. An elite bound, not that bad. Nice to have a new winner. First new winner, Jonathan Cox, first ever race win in the IRC, and first different winner this season.
And that is going to really improve Jonathan's confidence, isn't it? He's going to be a new driver now, isn't he? He's got that first win under his belt. He's going to get him. That's going to he's broken through the glass ceiling now. So we are expecting big things now from Jonathan Cox. Let's quickly go through the race result then before we get timed out. Jonathan Cox, absolutely fantastic pole position to check and flag, but it wasn't as simple as that. Roscoe was second, a brilliant drive from Roscoe, not that bad third. I feel he might be a bit disappointed. Physico 14th to 4th, fantastic. Matt in 5th, then we have Timmy in 6th, Sven 7th, Snap Pinch in 8th from Wee John in 9th position, and 10th was at Super Steve then. So those are the point scorers. Double just outside the points in 11th position. Unfortunately for Double, on a bit of a difficult race there. Fantastic stuff indeed. You can't look past Fizzy for driver of the day.
Driver of the day for me.
Brilliant stuff indeed. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to the remainder of the season. That has really sparked a bit of life into this championship. Oh yeah, not that bad. Looks like he's walking away with it, but it's not over yet, is it? Anything could happen in Formula 1, especially with the street circuit of Monaco coming up next. Fantastic stuff. It's been a pleasure to have you tonight, Dave. Going through your expert opinion to go through all the going through everything that's happening on in Spain today. Brilliant stuff. And again, congrats.
Yeah, fantastic race, wasn't it? The standard of driving was fantastic from everyone who finished today. You know, those conditions were awful at the start. Having been in it, nearly got through it, but Ross just, I think, hit Tim and spun right in front of me. But you couldn't see a thing. Everyone was looking for a bit of clear track, but wrong place, wrong time. But everybody got through. You know, great driving by everybody. Good racing by Matt. Kept it clean as well. Top 5. Quiet job, but got the job done. Kept out of trouble.
Solid.
Sven, great job in 7th as well. Everyone who finished, great job. Double only finished 30 seconds outside the points, and he was lapped after lap 1.
I echo that definitely, because those driving in the wet on this game is very difficult indeed, and to be honest, to have and from the wet conditions as well, no one actually binned it themselves. It was just unfortunate circumstances for Asdog and yourself so it just shows the standard of driving was absolutely phenomenal stuff. Well, I was just hoping that we might get someone in the commentary box to have a quick word with, but yeah. I have a feeling
just put it in chat. See if anyone jumps in. Yeah, everyone's usually pretty sharp. It's Fiercey, driver of the day for me. Fiercey. Well done, mate. Great drive.
Yeah, I was happy with that. That's I was a bit gutted not to be on the podium, if I'm honest. But hey ho, I couldn't live with not that bad on mediums towards the end.
Yeah, it was different.
Yeah, didn't see the point of fighting him too hard. So there's the winner.
Cracking race from you. What was your view at the events of lap 1, starting at the back?
Double didn't move. That's the way I saw it. Double didn't move at all, and as Dog piled into the back of him, he retired, and then Double's car went across the track and hit Snap. That's all I saw, and then I was ahead of him. So yeah, that's how I saw it.
Yeah, absolutely fantastic drive as well. I want to know, how did you get through that first lap without getting collected? It was carnage in the first lap.
It was carnage. There was just luck. I think it's more luck than anything. Maybe a little bit of judgment, but yeah, mostly luck.
I would have said that was more skill.
Yeah, there was a few instances. Nah, it was all luck. Wasn't me. Nah, it's just going, just sticking to a gap and finding a line, sticking to it and going for it. So yeah, came through the field, had decent pace in the wet. In the dry, I didn't have much. So to get 4th is a good result, best result of the season. So yeah, happy days.
Yeah, I must admit you've had a phenomenal start to the season, in my opinion. And could I take this opportunity? What you think then? What is your target for the remainder of the season? I know we've still got a long way to go, but it's been a very consistent start from yourself. What is your aim? What's your aspirations?
For me, it's to get a couple of podiums. And just be a bit more consistent. I think that's where I've lacked in previous seasons on this in this championship, is I've lacked consistency. So yeah, if I can just be consistently sort of, 4th to 8th every race, just racking up the points and just, I know I'm probably not going to win it, but it'd be nice to have a few podiums along the way.
Excellent stuff. Congrats, Fizzy. Absolutely spectacular
Cheers,
drive. Really enjoyed that. And let's come to Jonathan Cox, as Dave said, the first time winner of IRC. Absolutely fantastic stuff. He got a mega pole position lap as well. Jonathan, absolutely fantastic. Could you quickly go through your race from your point of view? Brilliant. I'm really looking forward to that as well. Dave reckons it's going to be you two top 2 for most of the season, and to be honest, I think that you two are slightly above the rest of the field, and to us that is no disrespect to the rest of the field, but because they're all very good drivers here. But that lap though in qualifier, I would say that is absolutely perfect lap. Could you? Alan Prost has once said though that you can't have the perfect lap, but that was close to perfect in qualifying, wasn't it? Surely. Yeah, I think we rejoined you on the final sector, and you blitzed that final sector. I call it the Mickey Mouse sector, to be honest. I prefer the faster right-handers towards the end when they used to have before the track was modified. But absolutely fantastic qualifying session. Qualifying that was amazing. And in the wet as well, it was looking great, wasn't it? And there was a queue behind you. And how was you coping with the pressure? Excellent stuff, and I'm looking forward to seeing what you can do in Monaco as well. I know, just one final question from me, if that's all right, Jonathan. Just what is I like to ask everyone this because what is your aspirations then? Do you reckon you could beat Not That Bad for the towards the championship this year? It's I feel at the moment it's between you and Not That Bad. But anything can happen because usually other drivers can sneak in, can't they? As everyone remembers Kimi Räikkönen in 2007. But currently it is between you and Not That Bad. Do you think you could beat Not That Bad to the title this season? Well said, Jonathan. Well said indeed. Of course, not losing sight about how anything could happen in Formula One. Thank you for joining us today, Jonathan. Absolutely fantastic pole position. That fantastic race, controlled it very nicely indeed. And that's it from us tonight. Been a brilliant race. We've had an absolutely stunning two Spanish Grand Prix in the Elite and the Super this week. We'll be back in a week's time now. Is on the same channel and the same time of 8 o'clock, where we will be in Monaco, the Principality, the jewel in the crown of Formula One. Really looking forward to that. That's going to be carnage. Really is. As Dave has just left us. Thanks to Dave for joining us as well in the gantry tonight. We will be back in a week's time then. But from now, it's goodbye.